Oh, okay. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. And just showing up on the screen right now is a collab for Fate, and we get to choose which character we want to, I guess, get. I think that's am I mistaken? In Gilgamesh is the character from the trailer that I saw. Because if you don't know, I have this like show thing where I react to like a bunch of stuff that people send in, and I think he was like the maybe he was the king in that. I'm just noticing the blonde hair. So do I just like click on this and then claim Gilgamesh? Because I already have Archer, right? I have Archer. Yeah. So. Oh my God! Thank you. Okay, that's right. Again, I love the way they give you the materials as well. Sick. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I'd have to watch the trailer again to see the exact design, but I remember like the blonde hair as well. But that's pretty cool, right? And you get all the materials as well to level them up also. I'm not going to look at this just yet, just in case there's a quest we can do later. But I'm guessing then that there probably is a fake collab where Gilgamesh will be a part of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The last fake collab I actually really liked. It was one of those things where it's like, it's obviously I didn't play Fate before, and obviously I didn't know about Fate really that much before as well. So like I didn't really have like that kind of prior notion of what it was before we went into it. But I ended up like, you know, really liking Saber as a character quite a bit. And now we have Gilgamesh as a character, which is cool. Which again, it's one of those things where it's like, oh shit, he looks sick. Him and Mightymost might get along. I'm learning in Fate they love like spiky hair. You know, they love a good spiky hair design. His enemies, when they fight them, are like, yeah, Gilgamesh, get your snatched waist out of my face. Get it out of here. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's head back to the main objective, which we're heading to... excuse me, a meeting with Pearl.
Oh, is that a stain?
Is it Kafka?
I like this coat.
This place legit, like, never gets, old, right? I know, like, it's like we've only been here for, like, maybe, what, like 10 hours now? Maybe a bit more. But it's one of those things where every time I pop into it, I'm like, oh my God. And I think, like, that's why Honkai Star Rail, like, areas are very well designed, because when we pumped up to M4 we still had that like breathtaking view of like, you know, when you go to the bats in M4 you're like, oh my God, this place is insane. I still feel the same way when I go to the Xi'an Show and you look out with the cafes and like the kind of like the bridge area. I don't know how to describe it, but it's still so beautiful too. And even like Balebog, when you see like, you know, the music store and like, and it's not, it might not even be like a music store, but Serval store, all this stuff too. It's like, it's, you know, they have a good, really well designed game. Penacony, like, yeah, it's just like no matter how many times you pop into the world or warp into the world, it's still so beautiful.
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
They're running late. Maybe we got the wrong time.
Maybe they got stuck in traffic on their way over.
Possibly.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express.
Oh.
It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Oh my God, Welt's gonna be so amazed.
Mechatron?
Welt's gonna be like, oh my God, a mech?
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service.
Very cool. Maybe like I don't know if Welt will be excited about this because I know he likes like the mechs and the like the pop culture aspects, but he might like be different when it comes to like a security bot, I suppose. How cool is that? The music's very tense.
I'm truly honored to hear you say so.
Okay.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Oh, yeah? Oh!
Oh, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
Honestly, I kind of think that's a really great way of doing, like, it's very natural, right? Because like a lot of I always like think like I don't mind it in movies. You know, like in movies when everyone does the goodbye and it's just like they nod to each other and smile to each other. And again, they do it in games I love as well, and it works. It always works. It's an emotional, like, beautiful thing. But sometimes like goodbyes are awkward. Sometimes like, you know, Ashfield doing the line at the end there, which is actually kind of like very cool, like when he said goodbye to us like in the last episode. There's something very realistic about him meeting up with us like 2 seconds later to go on the same, you know, journey. You know what I mean? It's very realistic. It's like, all right, see ya. Oh, I guess we're walking this. Okay. You know, it's happened so many times in real life.
It's you again.
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
Wait, oh. Whoa. Oh. It's like a sedan, but like with like these decals on it. Okay.
Whoa. Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
For me, like I when it comes to cars, like I never like one of those people that like finds cars pretty, because that's okay if you do, like, because like, you know, it's like everyone has like hobbies that they look, you know, they really like as well, and some cars can be really pretty, but like I wouldn't get a custom decal on my car if I you know, if I had like a really nice car, but it's one of those things where like whenever I see people with custom decals, like when people put like, you know, big drawings on the cars and stuff, I'm like, good for you. You know, not in a sarcastic way. I'm literally like, you know what? Awesome. You expressed yourself, okay? Again, not even ounce of sarcasm. I'm just always like, yeah, hell yeah.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle used especially for receiving guests.
The decal is crazy, isn't it?
Sorry. This might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask. Can Faerun actually fit in the driver's
Will's
seat?
being nice about it, and March is still shocked with this. Yeah, can you fit? How are you going to drive this thing?
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely.
Oh my god.
Please, take your seats.
It's a remote control car. Whoa. All the toys and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. All the Gundams and mechs and stuff like that as well. Oh my god, look at Will's
Now
face.
that is astonishing.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. Honestly, like, it's one of those things where, like, I went through stages in my life where I was, like, as a kid, going into, like, the toy store, the local toy store, most amazing thing in the world. I become, like, a teenager, and for, like, 2 years, I feel like I was, like, I'm too cool to go, you know, like, I like, yes, toy store. And then, like, because I got back into, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like, heavily, I had, like, 2 years without Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then I got really back into them, like, when I was, like, you know, 16, 17, around that age. All of a sudden, the toy store became a magical place. Because you're, like, you go into it, like, it's like, oh, new booster packs, you know? And it's got you a nice feeling, right? It's like, oh my god. I love especially, like, going into, like, a toy store, like, in a place you don't usually live in, and, like, looking at, like all the cards they have there as well, all the stuff they have there too, you know what I mean? And of course, like, it's not only like toy stores. There's also hobby stores, right, that sell mechs, that sell buildable Legos and Transformers, like, you know, because we have a hobby store as well, like, you know, nearby, where, like, you can literally just buy, like, big piece of Lego, Warhammer, all this stuff as well. So it's not just toy stores, it's a lot of things.
Wow, that's one massive robot.
It is. It's actually, it's like an interesting design as well, very regal. Look at Will's face.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Perlux Corp.
Hell yeah.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building.
Yeah, definitely front-facing, how, you know, futuristic and, you know, I guess what would you say, like, kind of, it's putting a front-facing view of, like, what they sell or what they're about, I guess, you know?
But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mega hangar.
It's very big. And again, like, it's imposing in a way But I feel like as well, if you love like the mechs and the electronic stuff and like, you know, these type of things, this is probably heaven.
You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now.
You know what's so funny though? I don't think it's like too flashy though. I actually think that they kept a very like space-like colder colors to make it feel more like it is like related to like sci-fi, right? It's not too crazy like the grays and the blues. It's actually like a really good color choice to me because it makes you feel like you're inside like a space station in some ways.
To realize dreams that far
Right?
exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as...
Welt?
Mechatron Warrior Series at Daybreak Squadron's base of
I
operations.
love that, man. I love seeing this side to Welt as well. Because again, there's nothing wrong with having a hobby, right? There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And like, it honestly like adds like more to his character too. And I saw this where like they cut off the end of the sentence, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be Welt saying something as well. That is so good. Again, like if you look at this place, it does feel like you step into a different world. Yeah, look at it. That's our dad.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works.
So cool. So cool. I mean, like I know for a fact that if I went to like a Yu-Gi-Oh theme park, I'd be going crazy. You know what I mean? I know for a fact I'd be going absolutely nuts. So it's like, I know for a fact if I went to like K-Con in LA for K-pop, I know for a fact I'd be going nuts. It's like everyone has their own hobbies, and like it's the same thing with like, you know, like people going to car shows, and people be like, well, that's not anime, that's a car, you know. It's like, yeah, but you're still going to car shows to look at cars that you're not buying. You know what I mean? It's not like they're your cars. You're looking at the fancy car, just like people like looking at the fancy mech, just like people love going to look at the new fancy cards. It's a hobby.
Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting
Very
begins.
interested in this, actually.
She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
So it's interesting to put this in gold. I guess they specifically are like, hey, we want you to realize like what's happening here. You're about to go on a tour, I guess.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Like, it's fun seeing a very like because we know Welt already had like an edge to his personality because he's very restless. He loves to be like, you know, on the front lines, but he's also very serious and can be very like, you know, charming, and he's also very meticulous. So like also seeing this side to him as well, where he gets excited about this stuff too, it just adds like a little tiny layer to his character, a little feather.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, detective.
So he has different priorities.
See you around, everyone.
He's going straight with him, okay?
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
And they did emphasize it with the gold text as well.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
Well, you don't gotta say anything. We'll go on a tour for you.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we
She's so
explore while we
sweet.
wait for our new guide?
She's so sweet. Yeah. It's like a really cool, interesting place, right?
Yang! Over
Oh,
here,
look
quick, come
at
on!
Marge is so excited. Like, and I think as
Looks
well, like it's like
March's inner explorer has been awakened again. Let's not wander too far this time, shall we?
yeah, I've never been too crazy into the idea of like mechs myself personally. Like, I've been, you know, getting to like look at some of the Transformers comics, which are really, really great. And that's really cool. But I think that's different from mechs, right? But I love the way they designed this. Like, look at this. It feels like, again, if they talk about the idea of making your dreams come true, they really like make it feel that way because you're. It feels like I'm in like a space station. It feels like I'm in like a different universe. It feels like we're not even on Planet Arcadia anymore. It's really, really cool.
Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot?
Oh my god. Marge doing the robot voice.
Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot?
I love her so much. I love her so much. Giant robot.
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave.
Oh my god. Well, it's okay. We're just excited for you. I think it's so funny. I think it's so funny that, like, you know, Welt is very enthusiastic about this, and now his two daughters are like the ones who are like, come on, Dad, check it out, you know, come on.
Looking more closely, it appears many of this Mechatron's components were never installed. Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished, to see the completed Mechatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious sight
You
that
can hear
would
the
be.
excitement in his voice. You can hear it.
Really? In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's
Marge.
stronger? This giant robot or that Arahato you designed back when you were an animator?
I was an animator.
Seeing as we're on someone else's property, comparing robots from different works
Oh my
would
God.
be most disrespectful to
Oh my.
the creators themselves.
Welt is deep into this. Welt is deep into this. But also, can we say how cute it is that March, like, you know, is noticing that Welt is super excited about this and, like, you know, leaning into it. It could, you know, March could easily have done a thing where it's like, this is silly, or the characters can be like, this is so dumb, or this is, you know, but no, they're like, no, let's talk about this Welt. Comparing things is human nature. We can't help ourselves. It's very true. I think one of the things that, like, I notice sometimes when it comes to, like, YouTube is that, no, not with, like, it's not with me. I see with other YouTubers. Maybe it's because maybe they do it in a different way, but, like, people will be like, man, this game reminds me of this game, and they'll go, stop comparing this game, because people think that you're saying it copies instead of, like, you know, reminds you of something. I think it's because people spent years online doing that. Like, if a game nowadays, like, has, like, if one game has a croissant in its opening sequence and the next game has a croissant in its opening sequence, just in different scenes, people are gonna be like, looks like they got some copying done here. And it's like, no, it's just, that's, you know, I think that's why people, like, you know, get weird about comparing things, because they're so used to the internet using comparison as a way to bring stuff down rather than a way to bring it up.
Yeah, like how Cosmicon Collective players are always obsessed with power scaling all the characters.
Oh yeah.
Arahato is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero
You tell
drama.
us.
The two really cannot
You
be
tell us.
compared.
He's so correct. Whatever he's saying, he's correct.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
Especially since Marge is trying her best to get involved with Welt as well. Not that Marge is interested in this stuff too.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind me, so please, cut this mature old man some slack, would you? We don't usually come to a place this cool.
Cool.
So why don't the three of us take a photo
That'd be
under
very
this
sweet.
massive Mechatron?
That'd be very sad. And again, you can hear his voice is bubbling with excitement. And again, I'm not saying that March is interested, because March ran over to the mech right away as well, right? March is interested in new things and new horizons and really fun stuff. She always is, right? She loves making memories. So I don't mean to make it seem like March is just like, you know, faking being excited. She's very much like excited about new experiences all the time. And now this is the first time since before Emphorius we got to have like these type of trips at all. Even if it is dangerous what's happening, you know, we haven't gotten to do this in a long time. So it makes sense you would be like so excited. And again, she's into, you know, pop culture stuff as well. Like that's just, yeah.
Now we're talking. Let me set the self-timer so we can all get in the shot together.
I should have asked Ashfeld to take a picture. Booyah! Don't protect the turn the beauty filter. None of you guys need it. Not that no, that sounds really bad because I feel like, you know, I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, people turn on filters, the beauty filter. Oh my god, that's just fit. No, I'm not saying it like that whatsoever. Like, you know, most people like obviously don't need it, but it's like if it helps you be confident posting a picture, that's fine. You know.
Oh, standing below a huge Mechatron like this is just incredible.
I'm so happy.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart after all.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can we? I guess like. Oh, she's so. Oh, and they were like, I know you look sweet, but stop. In fairness, who's that? Who's that? Oh my god, the cartoonish angles
Where
as
did
they
this
pop
extra
up
person
in
the
camera.
photo come from?
Yeah, who is that?
Ghost? But it's daytime, and there's way too many people
No,
here anyway.
no, it has to be someone else. Like, who is that? Who are you? Oh my god. Ghastly, who's this now?
Who are you?
They have like a train conductor hat, or like a beret, but like it no more looks like a conductor hat in a lot of ways, or one of those like steampunk hats. Like yeah, like what a way to introduce a character by having them show up in the corner of our photo. Who are you? Oh my god. Stell looking awkward is a very rare sight.
Wow, this truly is a magnificent face.
She knows ball. She knows ball. I need to get a look at the
It's
design.
nothing like how it looks on the news. Being able to see
Oh my
her
God.
close feels almost surreal.
Stell, it's so rare to see Stell this like awkward here as well. And then she's blushing, this girl as well. The design is so like, again, it's very, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? There's a stylish aspect to this character. Back off a little bit. Stell's feeling uncomfortable. Oh no, she's blushing. Back off a little bit.
Am I too close?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not great with personal space.
Yeah, you know when you made Stell feel awkward about something, it's awkward. Yeah, like it's like a hat you would see like in a stylish like Y2K style that's inspired by like 70s and 60s style stuff. The hair here, like with the purple in the background and then on the under part of it is like really interesting, but also matches her jacket too. She has kind of like a very official vibe, but also just being very like snazzy and stylish. And the eyes are really, 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 really coded to her design too. I love the ascot also. This is such an interesting design, but then again, it's Honkai Star Rail, so you're gonna have some interesting design. It's definitely not beret. It's like a 60s inspired 70s white. And then like I say Y2K because then it's like people started like wearing them for a bit again, like late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. You okay, Stell? Keep the goblins coming. Any closer, I'm calling the cops. Don't scare with that. You can't afford the consequences. I love how the game gives you like this option to kind of be like, how did you feel about it? Isn't that interesting? Because usually they'd be like, Stell would kind of like give like kind of indication of, because again, she did feel awkward. But was she awkward because it's like, oh, this is kind of nice? Was she awkward because it's like, oh, get out of my face? Or was it a thing where it's like, get out of my face? Like really extreme. So I love the game gives you all these options here. I think Stell would definitely ask for more compliments. I think she would. I think she'd be like, yeah, you know. That's so Stell through and through.
Sorry. It's impossible not to stare at a face this amazing. You'll forgive me, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't make Stell feel uncomfortable, as long as you don't give her like invade her personal space too much, I'm totally fine. This is such an interesting design. Again, as I said, it feels official but stylish, right? Professional but snazzy, and personalized.
Oh right.
Love
I forgot
the
to show you
skirts.
my ID. Right, here we are. I'm Nihilux,
Nihilux.
and I work at Perlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department. I'm a P-30 agent who works for the IPC.
Nihilux, so she's an IPC worker as well. Imagination's technology department, which explains probably the why she feels very like close to being like scientific, but like it's more like official, as I said, with a mix of personality and snazziness. But yeah, as I said, it's one of those things where it's like I'm glad that like, you know, she realized that Stella was blushing a bit and she backed off a bit. I'm very glad with that, because you know, like it's like you can have a character that's like, I invade personal space, and it's like, isn't it funny that I don't even realize it? Ain't I a scamp? I'm constantly just in your personal space. And it's like, no, she realized very quickly. She's like, okay, maybe Stella doesn't like this, but I know for a fact Stella loves compliments as well. So I like to imagine Stella also was kind of like, this is nice, but back off, you know. Hello, Miss Nihilux. How high up is the corporate ladder as P30? I forget the numbers or like the levels. Because I think that, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that like Topaz, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe like that's not what I'm thinking of. But I want to think her rank was like, what, like 34 and then went to 36 after the Belobug incident. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's just say hello as well. Again, new character, and it's so fun as well. Like, oh my god, the black and white hair, like the comic book style, like dotted hair. The reason why like I'm so excited for this is because a lot, like I feel like with Emphorius, it was exciting meeting new characters anyway, but like I had seen a few of the characters beforehand. The only character I've seen in Planet Arcadia before the actual patch that I played was Evanesca, right? She was on the banner, I believe. Every other character, I don't think I've... No, maybe that's wrong. Maybe I have seen some characters, but I just don't remember. But the only one I remember is Evanesca, so it's going to be really interesting to see, like, new characters. But then again, I don't think that I did see other Planet Arcadia characters, because a lot of times there were spoilers, right? So I couldn't check them out. Evanesca was the one where it was a new character, but, like, I didn't see her yet. Yeah, this is so interesting seeing, like, new character designs for the first time as well, seeing them as, like, characters for the first time as well.
So, what brings you here?
Madam Pearl sent me
Oh,
to the
she's
lobby
doing
to
it.
pick you up.
Her skirt is so stylish. The skirt jacket combo with the top as well, like the color coding, is so nice. It's like muted, but then because the rest of her outfit's kind of like a bit more like, as I said, snazzy and stylish. Look at the comic book edge at the bottom, like the trim at the bottom of the jacket. It makes everything like work really well.
All of you are famous super cosmic level heroes whose faces have been all over the news more times than I can count. So of course I recognized you right away and just couldn't help rushing over here to snap a selfie with you. Hope you don't
She's
mind.
very excitable. She's very excitable, it seems.
I see. Well, then, hello, Miss Nihilux.
Oh my god, excitable Welt is also very adorable.
Hello everyone. Starting now, I'll be your tour guide, taking you on a comprehensive and in-depth tour to every single must-visit place in this building.
Lovely stuff.
From the Mechatron Imagenesis that managed to pique Mr. Yang's interest, to Miss March's favorite fluffy across the blue merchandise.
Oh, it's Pom Pom.
I'll reveal all the secrets behind our hottest products.
This is what I was talking about. Like, again, I love the fact that like she's gone into like official business mode. That's what I was talking about. Like, March is also into the comic books here. She's into like the characters here. Like, it's like, she never had to fake it.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, like, she's so excited.
I can't wait.
Of course I'm being serious. If there's anything you want to see, learn about, or even get your hands on along the way, anything at all, just let me know.
Sure thing.
Why don't we head to the gift shop first? I'll get you all some souvenirs.
That's all. Wait, so there's like optional stuff here? That's so awesome. So we can walk around the gift shop and like first we can talk to Welt as an optional thing as well. This is so exciting. New character, Nihilux. And she's actually like legitimately like, a very, very cool and snappy design. Actually, I would say like, so far with the... I'm trying to think of the Planet Arcadia design so far. I would say it's my favorite, right? I think there's something just so like clean and nice about it. Not that you need to have a clean design, but I feel like so far it's like my favorite. But then again, Sparksy though. Yeah, I know. I think it's hard to top Sparksy's design. Sparksy's design was like really, really creative. I think it's just like for a second you don't see her as a Planet Arcadia character because we're so used to Sparkle,
Mr. Yang, you seem reluctant to part with the Mechatron. Want to take a few more pictures with it?
I love the comic book trim on her outfit.
I'm just curious. When will this giant robot be completed?
Here's a little spoiler. That's actually part of today's tour. We'd like to invite the heroes of the Astral
my
Express
God.
to help complete this Mechatron statue.
Welt is going to expire. He's going to die.
Will it be able to move like the other Mechatrons in Plain Arcadia once it's done?
I'm afraid it'll be a bit tricky. You're probably all aware that Mechatrons are imaginae driven by wish power, which means they don't actually have any complex machinery inside them.
Okay.
You know how humans tend to unconsciously imagine inanimate objects as living things that can think and move? It's this empathetic projection that grants wish power to Mechatrons. No, to all imaginae, giving them life.
So what's wrong with the giant Mechatron then? Yeah, because I was thinking when you're saying this here, like about the idea that like we knew that like the wish power and like the Phantasm Moon helps like these like more mechs be created and like and imagine come to life from like human wishes and stuff like that as well. But like yeah, what's wrong with this robot that can't be able to do it, right?
Think away. But one person's thoughts alone won't cut it. The bigger the imaginae, the more wish power needed to sustain
I just
it.
realized Estelle's second option there was her being like, well, I'm gonna think that it can work. Like she's doing the wish power herself.
We'd need to break free from the mental shackles
no.
of impossibility to bring such a massive imaginae to
Oh
life.
no.
That in turn requires stories filled with the grandest of wishes and imaginations that know no bounds.
I think like maybe it's because I've dealt with like characters in games and Honkai Star Rail especially that are like that talk about like, you know, breaking free from the shackles of something or going beyond something. As soon as someone starts talking like that, even if it's like the, you know, in the nicest way possible, you know, we have this lovely character design talking about breaking free from the shackles of impossibility, it scares me. You know, anyone who goes like, all we do is break free from the shackle, you're like, okay. Like, it's different if someone who's like under the thumb of like a colonizer or a terrible like, you know, king or something being like, let's break free from the shackles. It's like, hell yeah. When someone's like in a company working on like scientific and technological stuff being like, break free from the shackles, I'm like, oh no. What are they gonna do?
Alas, modern humans think way too practically. People can't help but wonder, how does such a huge Mechatron even
That's,
move?
oh, this is what you,
Given
okay,
how
okay.
massive it is, why doesn't it just collapse under its own
That's
weight?
actually really interesting if it's what I think she's
The
saying.
tiniest seed of doubt in the giant Mechatron, standing tall
So cool.
astride the Earth, becomes nothing but an impossibility.
That is so cool.
Maybe it'd have a better chance of coming to life in a more primitive society.
That's so cool. The idea that like this Mechatron would have a better chance in a primitive society because people like would have more of an imagination, whereas now because people know technology, they like maybe know the ins and outs of how like a smaller mech works. They try to adapt it to a bigger mech and go like, how did that's impossible. That wouldn't work. How could they even work? Like how could something that big work? And then because there's a moment of doubt in their mind of being like, I don't get how that wouldn't that just destroy the place? Wouldn't that just do this? Wouldn't just do that? It doesn't work. So like the less imagination about how it can work is actually a detriment to it.
Oh,
That's so cool.
Truly a pity.
Yeah, it is a pity, but it's also like a really cool, like way of continuing that like lore, I guess.
Oh, cheer up! Today's your chance to finish building this massive Mechatron. Think of how many robot enthusiasts would kill for this kind of opportunity.
Hell yeah, man! This is so cool. This is so cool. But I love that idea about like the way they continue going with the imagining, how like the reason why it like, it can't really. At least that's what I'm getting from this. The reason why it can't really work too well is because it's, people have a seed of doubt in their mind about how it could work, which is super interesting.
The officially licensed Fluffy across the blue alloy King Pom-Pom is here. Now available for pre-order.
There's a saying that goes, dreams of wealth, the heart of a hero, and countless efforts all lead to Perlux Corp. Whether you're a kid or an adult, everyone has their own sweet dreams. Becoming a hero who saves the world from evil forces. Merging with a giant Mechatron to unleash awesome ultimate moves. Yeah! Perlux Corp sells these dreams and makes a killing off of them.
I love the idea again, like it's because everything's so forward thinking, like the idea of like selling a dream, right? Is an interesting concept like by itself, you know?
If I could have everyone's attention, you can buy models of Perlux Corp's Mechatrons in this area. Among them is the best-selling Daybreak Squadron series.
Wow, look at this. It's so intricate. No wonder Mr. Yang's got Mechatrons on the
Super
brain.
fancy.
I very much envy the kids here in Plain Arcadia. Back in my day, robot toys were still quite the luxury.
Seeing all your eyes light up like that reminded me that I too was once young. Back then, there was a stretch when I was so broke that I'd spend ages debating whether to buy a carton of milk from the convenience store.
Yeah?
I kept telling myself that I had to work hard so I could get rich
That's always so
someday.
difficult, isn't it, right? Like, you know, and it's why, like, our modern world is kind of dystopian as well, where some people do have to debate that sometimes too. Like, some people have to go, do I want medicine or do I want to eat this week? You know, it's crazy, right? It's absolutely insane, you know? In a world full of, like, endless... that's such a bad way to say endless views. I'm talking about, like, in terms of, like, you know, endless avenues to help people. Like, and still there's people who, like, you know, like Nihilux here who had to, like, you know, guess whether she could buy a carton of milk. You know, it's so dark to me. It's so dark.
So, did you manage to get rich?
After years of hard work and hustling, at the very least, I'm no longer young.
She said, I got one of those things. My heart just eyes right away. You are both young and beautiful. You also ended up in the hands of Pearl. by the way, I feel like Stell, ever since she got those compliments, has been so nice to Nihilux.
Oh,
Hasn't
aren't
she?
you the sweetest? But I do have my secret to staying young.
Which is?
That is, lying about your actual
Oh.
age. Keep that in mind, just in case. Now, back to the grind. I wouldn't call it striking it rich, but I'm pretty close to making a sweet little profit.
Oh, don't keep us in suspense, Miss Nihilux. Just spill the beans. Pretty please.
March's voice is like a blanket to me, man. Every time I hear it, I just feel so warm.
You might not believe this, but I have some friends who've been trying to create a decentralized digital currency to fight against the IPC's credit system.
Wait, like, what? Wait, no, explain.
Are these people from
Punk
Punk
Lord?
Lord?
That's right. These people are from the Nomadic Miners faction. They've discovered a way to hijack Noose's
Whoa.
computing power for mining and are digging up a limited supply of learned coins. And I have gone all in with everything I got on this project.
So when she said digital currency, like that when I think of digital currency, I think of like stuff like those, what are they called? You know, in like the, what's it called? It was super like it was like when, like I remember like back in like 2018, 2019, it was like a super like, it was talked about like constantly. Was it like, I actually don't want to say it because I'm so worried about like, you know, YouTube. Like one time I talked about a specific like thing about like, you know, the weather and how it changes sometimes due to some things happening with the layer above our heads. And YouTube like tagged my video as like being like a social commentary, and it was like, what, like, you know, but you know, it's like those coins that they like to have. You know what it is? It starts with a B. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna be. I don't care if I'm paranoid here. Like YouTube does such weird stuff sometimes.
I feel like this is a very risky way of doing things.
Life's full of ups and downs, right? The higher the risk, the bigger the reward.
Is this too? But this whole thing of creating this digital currency is said to fight against IPC credit system. Is this because the IPC just have like a monopoly on all currency in the world? Which, yeah, we said was dangerous before. It's very dangerous. The idea of the fact that IPC basically is the economy. You know what I mean? But then, like, you know, maybe it's because real world stuff. Digital currency also like is like, man, like, what are we doing here? Like, are we doing this? You know? But then again, in I feel like in Honkai Star Rail, the idea of a digital currency is actually like would be way more normal than like what it would be in our life. And like since this world is already very digital, and it's very space-like, it might not be like similar to what I'm thinking of in real life. You know what I mean? In terms of like,
No surprise there.
like, what do they call them? Like electronic currency. I don't know what the actual name on the genre is.
You watched Daybreak Squadron 2?
The all-new Mechs Soul Alloy. Out.
Hey, wait. This isn't right. Isn't this pom-pom?
It's a very exaggerated pom-pom.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's some really fine craftsmanship.
This is a toy model of Alloy King Pom Pom, which hasn't been officially released to the market yet. But just you wait. You'll see even cooler toys coming up later.
Are you sure there's no copyright issue with this thing?
Just like, you know, are we getting some residuals?
Actually, this is Pom Pom from Fluffy Across the Blue, which is totally unrelated to the Pom Pom from Astral Express.
That's so effed. That's so effed. Copyright stuff is really complicated, huh? Why is it called King Pom Pom?
As the conductor, Pom Pom is basically the uncrowned king of the Astral Express, I'd say.
I'd say so.
We can't exactly call them Pom Pom Kong, can we?
That's a sick name as well, though.
Speaking of souvenirs for the Express, I bet nothing could be more perfect than this toy. But it feels a bit one-sided if I'm the only one giving a gift here.
Wait, you want us to give you a gift?
I have a small favor to ask. Would you mind taking a photo with me by that headless Mechatron statue over there? And maybe signing the photo too. I'd love to leave it as a memento for the staff at Perlux Corp. How's that sound?
Sure.
If you're willing, I can pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom Pom Alloy Armor 999, the only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
The voice acting's so good. First of all, the way she sped up the word of like King Pom Pom error 9999, and then when she said give it a thought, she said give it a thought. Like she give it a thought. Like she really let it stretch out there. It's again, that's why the voice actors in Honkai Star are so good. Like they understand. Like I think it's also good direction, because a lot of times with like translated games to English, sometimes they won't have like a director who tells them about the character and all this stuff too. I'll say, like, I have no problem saying I find like in the Yakuza English dubs sometimes, the Like a Dragon English dubs, it sounds like they didn't really give full indications of who the characters are fully all the time, because sometimes you'll have characters that are like every single guy character sounds like this and they talk like this all the time. It's like, wait, you all have the same accent, where, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. Not that they're bad voice actors, just I feel like they don't get a good indication of who the character is. I feel like in Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, from what I've seen, they definitely like tell them like the full personality. They say this is exactly what we're looking for, because like this is like such a small thing. But listen,
if you're willing, I can pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom Pom Alloy Armor 999.
Speed
the
up.
only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
Just give it a thought. You can almost see her like smiling as she like squints a little bit at you. You know, it's like really, really great stuff. As expected of a P30 agent. She looks great as well. I love the design so much.
Really. When heroes from the Astral Express graced our humble establishment, how could we not offer something special? It would be unworthy of your status otherwise.
Thank you.
It's all up to you.
I think it's like obviously one of those things with the IPC, you'd be worried about like what their intentions are all the time, no matter what. Like we can't just be silly about it, right? We can't be. Whilst we like, I want to get to know this character, and I think she's actually freaking awesome, and like she's already so interesting. We always have to be weary.
Crush mediocrity and rise.
The Pro Course theme sculpture for taking group photos. You can go behind the sculpture and place your amazing face in an appropriate slot. Adjust the camera to a suitable angle, and you'll be look like a Mechatron warrior.
Man and Mechatron in perfect harmony. Ready to take a photo?
I'm ready.
This is a cool idea. I don't think I ever like I was too interested in these in like in when I was younger, but like at the fair. But they're always funny, right? Because there's something fun to do. It's just something to remember, right? That's just a memory.
I love this one so much. I suddenly have the selfish urge to keep it all to myself.
I think your skirt is so stylish. I think it's so stylish, Nihilux.
And don't forget about that exclusive gift you promised.
You
The
bet.
little laugh on Marge.
In fact, I'll throw in a normal edition for each one of you as hush money.
Oh, shit.
Come on, let's head to
I love how
checkout.
honest she is as well, though, right? Like she's so like she has no problem saying that it is kind of like, you know, a little bit of a deal going on here. She's very funny. Talking about backdoor shady deals, a bit of hush money. She seems like very open. Like obviously, like I'm not gonna say here and pretend she's not probably hiding something as well. It's an IPC member. Even the ones we love hide something, right? But I think it's quite funny as well that like, you know, she's just being very open about like the idea of it being like, you know, we're making a little bit of a deal here, you know. She's very funny. Oh my god, even like this reminds me of like
How are you doing? It's my pleasure to serve you.
like TK Maxx or something.
I'd like to present each of our 3 distinguished guests from the Astral Express with an Alloy King Pom Pom toy model as a gift.
Sure, you got it. For the gift expense record, could you please provide your employee ID?
So this is a common thing for gifts, I guess.
Please charge these expenses to this employee ID.
Huh. This is
Whoa.
Madame Pearl's ID number.
And this isn't common because she's shocked by this. Pearl's ID number?
After all, you are esteemed guests invited by Madame Pearl herself. It would only be fitting for the gifts to be presented in her name.
I wonder what Pearl thinks about this. No, I wonder if she'd be okay with it.
I see. Please wait a moment. Your Alloy King Pom Pom is all packed up.
Love the packaging.
Would you like to take it with you, or shall we use our delivery service?
Like legitimately, that's such a cool package. Because I think packaging is such an important thing. Because nowadays, with a lot of packaging, like it's very simplistic. Sometimes the box was like just as fun, you know.
Since we still have the tour to go through, Please, just have it delivered to the Astral Express.
Not just as fun, but I'm saying like, you know, the ride home or like the walk home or whatever, like looking at the box of the toy you had is like, you know, it's a joy.
No problem. Hope you enjoy your visit here.
Oh my god, March's smile.
Now that the gifts are done, I'll take you to the Mechatron Design Lab.
Sure.
This is the part I've been looking forward to the most.
Oh my god, he's so excited. And again, it's so great to be excited, right? It's the same thing with March with the comic book and now Well with this. It creates a natural feeling to the character. Like, they already felt natural. They are real characters. But like, right? But like, it's also like, you could have had them, you didn't need to have them be so excited about all this stuff, right? The story still works without, like, you know, Welt being excited about the Mechs and March wanting to buy a comic book. It works, right? But not only can you use the whole thing with March buying the comic book to, like, show Ashvale's character as someone who might, like, do a little bit of, like, trickery to get the comic book or whatever, but still shows he cares about his friend. You also have, like, shows that March is, like, you know, it's a very natural thing to be excited about. It's a real person thing to do. Same here with this, right? It's a real person thing to do. It was the same thing when, like, Fei Xiao invited Yang Xing for tea. It's like, it's something so simple, it's something so normal, but it shows, like, again, both their personalities in one scene, but also do something very real at the same time, too, that people just do.
Ah,
You're the young man in gray.
No way, you're Miss Raccoon. No, that's not right. You're oh, from the Astral Express. Wow.
That was a creative way to cover up the name still.
Is Miss March Bunny herself here too?
March is right beside me.
Hi. I actually prefer to be called by my real name, March 7th. This is Mr. Yang.
That's such a good thing for March to say as well, when in terms of boundaries with, like, people who see them as celebrities. To be like, hey, yeah, I prefer this.
How lucky to meet 3 members of the Express crew at once. I'm a huge fan of you all, especially my senior. I haven't missed a single episode of Fluffy Across the Blue. And I've even bought all the collector's editions.
Oh my god, this is very sweet. And of course, calling Stella senior as well.
How could this guy say he likes you more than me to my face? Good thing I'm not that petty.
You're amazing, Marge. And Marge, if you ever want to be petty, you can be petty too. We can beat him up if you want. We'll jump him. Like Marge more.
Don't worry, March. It's hard to tell if people in this world love the real Express crew or just the cute animal crew from the Fluffy.
That's such a good thing to say as well in terms of like that not parasite, but like that kind of nature. It's like, do they love me or do they love the idea of me, right? And that's celebrity status all the time.
I don't just follow the Fluffy series. I've been keeping tabs on all your adventures in Bellabog, the Cienjo, Penacony, and Emphorius. Though, it's such a shame there's so little video footage of the Emphorian War online.
But, yeah. See, this is, again, I keep saying I love it because, again, it shows that he does follow us and he does care about the stuff as well. But if you really think about it, like, a lot of the stuff in Bellabog, it's like, okay, like, you know, it was very dangerous and very real. But you could, like, be documented as well, like us running from the cops in a very fun way. The Xian show stuff, like, there is stuff that we did that was, like, very, very fun. Penacony, like, you know, as well, you could document, you know, like, a lot of the stuff we did, like, maybe before and after. A lot of it gets very dark. But, like, I don't know if you want to see some footage from the Emphorian War, buddy. That stuff was just people just, like... That was just brutal. You know, that was just death after death after death after death after death after death. There was a lot of happy moments, but, like, yeah.
Oh, right. I just rewatched the scene where the Trailblazer embarked on another trailblazing expedition in Holy Grail Stay Night. Oh, your speech was so inspiring.
Stop me making me blush. I couldn't have made it too. Is he talking about the actual collab, I guess?
Oh, right. I have a precious trash can in my collection at home. If I'd have known I'd meet my senior today, I'd have brought that can with me.
This is a really, like, charming scene, but I wonder if it's going to be they're doing something else with it as well, or if it's just showing the sets that they have celebrity status.
Could I ask for your autograph? If that's okay with you. Just sign my clothes, please.
He's so excited.
I'm never going to wash this ever again.
Please do wash your clothes, though.
Oh, you're acting exactly like me from 10 minutes ago, kid.
She was excited to see Stella as well.
Don't worry, she won't fly away just yet. As for you, you've been chattering away nonstop. How about giving us a proper introduction so that your idol gets to know you better?
Sorry, I got way too excited.
Why did you like? I'm starting to. I thought they were just trying to show off some like celebrity status for the characters and like show like how people can get excited about stuff, and how people maybe could blur the lines between the show and the real life. But like also like they're doing like a longer introduction for this guy. It seems.
I'm Warrior Cinderborn from Daybreak Squadron, and my real name. Well, my real name doesn't matter. Just call me Cinderborn.
Warrior Cinderborn?
If you're not in a hurry, would you mind chatting with me for a bit?
Do we? I actually don't know much about Daybreak. Is he like an actor from the show or something? I don't know much about Daybreak Squadron.
Daybreak Squadron is the most popular superhero drama in Full Wish TV's Mechatron Warrior series, following the story of young heroes fighting alongside Mechatrons against the Shadow Slither to save Plain Arcadia.
Hearing Welch put inflections like that in his voice is so funny. Slither.
I never expected Mr. Yang to be so familiar with our story's background.
So I guess like is he part of the show?
After all, I'm a loyal fan
I guess he's part of the show.
I'm truly honored.
So what do you usually get up to around here?
I'm just a small-time actor
there we go.
playing a hero on TV. And like my seniors' deeds inspired me, Daybreak Squadron has also motivated people to fight against all challenges in real life.
That's pretty nice.
Recently, Full Wish TV got approval from the Department of Aberration Defense. So now, the magical Mechatron Daybreak Warriors from the show can operate in reality. My friends and I are just honored to fight alongside the real Bullet Worm.
Wait, so... What do you mean they operate in I guess they just like, they can fight in real life or they do, I guess?
Sorry. I didn't quite understand that. So, are you still an actor or not?
How should I put this? My teammates and I are both actors and real masked heroes. Whenever disaster strikes the city or evil threatens citizens, we show up alongside Mechatron warriors to protect everyone.
Okay, so they are real heroes in real life now. What brings you to Pearl Corp today?
I'm here today to test a Mechatron's performance and do some advertising shoots while I'm at it.
Full Wish TV and Pearlix Corp have always been partners. Even the squad's transformation Mechatron is imaginated by Pearlix Corp. The more popular Daybreak Squadron's drama becomes, the more wish power flows into the Mechatrons, making the squad shine even brighter in reality. And the more active they are, the better Pearlix Corp's model kits sell. It's a perfect, virtuous cycle.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. The idea that, like, you're just creating more, like, attention, right? And it's, again, and by creating these, like, real heroes, it's like this cycle of, like, you know, attention, right? The more they do, the more attention they get. Then the more they can do, the more attention they get. It's, I know they use it like hero wish power, but I use the word attention as well as the word I'm using. Should we continue on with the tour now?
Oh, sorry for taking up your precious time with all this chit-chat.
You were very nice.
If the crew hasn't visited the combat testing area yet, I'd like to volunteer myself as my senior's opponent for the test.
Yeah?
If that's all right with you.
Is that really okay?
The hero of the Astral Express gracing us with guidance and leaving some data would surely make the staff here very happy.
Oh, what perfect timing! The combat testing area is also part of today's tour.
I mean, I'm up for whatever.
That's the way to fame for you. Don't let down those kids who look up to you.
The shakiness of her voice as she says it too.
Honestly, that's my weakness. I can't allow myself to let adorable kids down.
We're definitely being, we're living up to the celebrity name, I guess.
First, have everyone take part in the assembly process for the Mechatron in the control room. Then, using this Mechatron as a template, we'll build a smaller unit for her so she can try out the combat test program. So,
Okay.
follow me, everyone.
I'm more than happy to try this stuff out as well. That was such an interesting conversation. I wonder if that's going to come back up as like, I know we're going to be like using the combat to fight them. Oh, look at this one. That's really weird. Don't ever do that again, I guess. I wonder if like it's ever going to come back up. You guys saw it too, right? The ghost. I don't know if it's going to come back up story-wise. Because they did spend a bit of time on that one character, right? Oh, again. Oh my god, so cute. So who knows? They might. But again, it teaches us a little bit more about wish power as well.
Prolux Corp's Mechatron Imagenesis Design Lab.
And the idea of bringing a TV show to life to create more wish power, right? And again, if kids see real life superheroes going through the world, even people see real life, not the kids aren't people, you know what I mean? Adults, I meant. See like real life superheroes going around the place, and their imagination, like, you know, is being fulfilled. Like they're looking at this right in front of them, which means their wish power is like more powerful. It's really, really cool.
15 years ago, the first Mechatrons of Plain Arcadia were born here, and they immediately gained widespread social influence upon their debut.
And that was during the Bloodstained Games, right?
Today, Mechatrons have become the most common and iconic symbol throughout the streets. You could say that Mechatrons are the first and currently only Imagine that can be mass-produced on assembly lines.
Does Planet Arcadia really need that many Mechatrons? Pearl Corp have changed Planet Arcadia. I mean, yeah, like ever since the Bloodstained Games, the whole place has changed. Like, and it's so interesting as well the way they like equate almost like Himiko's journey here, back here. Like she was left, you know, years and years ago, and like ever since the last games and all this stuff too, this place has changed so much, and they make sure like to show a direct reason why this has changed, how like, you know, they took advantage of like the new mechs that were created as well, how technology advances so quickly and so fast. So like it makes perfect sense why like Himiko will come back here and not only feel like this place is different in terms of IPC intervention on the baseline, it's also like this whole world is like, you know, different to the point that they can create Imagine on an assembly line, you know.
Imagine such as Mechatrons, which can be produced and discontinued at will, are the perfect residents for Plain Arcadia, and perhaps the perfect IPC employees too.
When you say perfect residents, what do you mean by that?
In some people's eyes, being able to create an infinite army of Mechatrons would be even better. Say, dear guests, do you know what the first step is to creating an Imagine in Plain Arcadia?
Drawing physical form, making a wish to AHA, submitting an application to Department of Defense. I'm saying making a wish maybe, or drawing a physical form maybe. I don't know, like either of these ones. But like the whole idea like that they can mass assemble mechs, like you have to hope and pray that the IPCs stay in check here, you know what I mean?
As expected of the Nameless, you're quite knowledgeable about the customs and culture of the world you've set foot in.
I just know that like they said that earlier, I think.
Drawing the physical form means humans using brushes to give shape to fictional beings, which was originally the domain of professional artists.
Like graphia.
But here, collective creation and standardized Mechatron blueprints have replaced traditional artwork, improving standardized workflow efficiency and reducing wish power resource waste. In short, this is the industrial revolution everyone's been chasing.
You know what's so funny? They're using like a lot of buzzwords, you know what I mean, that you would hear when people talk about like artists being replaced and stuff like that as well, where it's like, you know, it's not as much resources in terms of like, you're not using as much pencils, you know, there's not much pencils you're using, you know, workflow efficiency, man, we can do this all the time. But it's like, is the heart there as well? Is the soul in it then as well? You know, like it's not the same type of imagining that comes from maybe someone's like, you know, mind. And like as soon as you mass assemble like imagination and artwork, like you can mass assemble artwork in terms of like creating like multiple posters and stuff like that as well, but as soon as you like do that, you are reducing its specialness, you are reducing its like meaning, I think. But I don't mean like in terms of like art, you know, posters. Like I have a Resident Evil poster right in front of me as well, but I mean like in terms of like mass producing mechs, it's not going to be the same type. It's not the same. It's not like the same type of imagination that with someone like drawing it from like their own imagination or something.
Oh, to think that even Imagenesis, a skill as magical as this,
Yes.
could be industrialized. I'm suddenly starting to admire the IPC.
Not me personally, but like it's. And again, I get why March would say this because it's something that's it's impressive. Is the fact that the IPC can do something like this is impressive. I'm not trying to sit here and be like that. They're trying to tell a story about like replacing artists. I want to make that clear. But like the IPC's feeling of having to industrialize everything and have to and make everything a commodity and make everything like an assembly line. To me, it's more like scary than it is impressive to me. You know, it's the fact that they would turn anything into a business.
That's nothing. Our company aims to create 2 billion Mechatrons for social
Jesus.
production and public services before Arcadian calendar 2030. And that includes special combat Mechatrons like the Daybreak Squadron.
2 billion is insane.
That's a staggering number.
It's insane.
But can the wish power of the people here really sustain so many Imagine?
2 billion is insane.
That's why Parallax Corp keeps churning out animations and hero shows one after another. In other worlds, these are just entertainment. But here, they're legit breeding grounds for spiritual energy.
Do you think this is what like maybe like Sparkle had a real issue with, was that the fact that like it feels less organic, right? It's no longer kind of like what she remembered when it came to like the stuff with AHA. It feels like the IPC are regulating everything. They're making everything to an assembly line. It's no longer the place that she remembered ever since the IPC came in, right? And that's maybe like what her notion is, maybe? I don't know. It feels very like you can totally get how like a big company coming into a town and like, you know, making everything very consolidating everything and making everything very assembly line-esque, and it would make you feel like, you know, maybe it's not the same Phantasm Moon games, it's not the same, you know, Plan Arcadia that you had before.
All of this shall serve Madame Pearl's grand goals and ideals.
This is Madame Pearl's goals and ideas.
All right, back to square one. First step. Let's go print the Mechatron structure blueprint.
And I don't mean to be such a bummer when I'm talking about this, guys. I just think that it is one of those scary things once again where it's like, oh, the IPC is able to like they're putting imagination on the assembly line. You know what I mean? It's like they'd commodify, they'd make anything into a commodity. They'd like commercialize anything. I'm pretty sure that like, you know, I was gonna say they probably do it to medicine, but like I'm pretty sure they already probably do.
Please adjust the Mechatron design parameters according to your needs.
Which the mass production of medicine is a really, really good thing, by the way, but I'm talking about in terms of like commercializing it in a big way. Pretend to adjust the parameters, then restore the defaults. Open the preset parameters and carefully pick a set. Keep fine tuning. We can do, I guess, this maybe?
Mechatron assembly blueprint updated. Processing. Printing.
While waiting for the blueprint generated, it suddenly hits you. This is just a trial project?
Could it be that no matter how much I adjust it, the final printout always comes out exactly the same?
Like you can't change it?
Your suspicion makes sense. But please answer my question first. Which do you prefer? The sense of achievement that comes from hard work, or the convenience of getting things done easily?
Both. Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I think, you know, convenience is great. It's so good. Like, you know, and then, of course, like, achievement's also good. So, like, yeah.
You got that right. The fully automated Imagenesis blueprint design system perfectly matches your needs. You can meticulously adjust every parameter, or just hit one button to skip it all, and the automated system will always produce results that meet the standards. Amazing, right? Just like how the inventors on planet Scrulum used to ask themselves, if all their inventions were already pre-recorded in the Supreme Punch Tape, what's the point of inventing in the first place?
Printing complete. Please retrieve your blueprint.
What you just said is the answer. It's not about the results of creation, but the elation we experience in the process.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm being a bummer, because this is like amazing technology. I want to make it clear. This is absolutely like insane. Like what they're able to do here. Like it's impressive. March is right to be impressed. It's like so impressive what they're able to do with this stuff here and like create this stuff. I think it's just like, you know, I always get this like really feeling in the pit of my stomach whenever there's like you know, the IPC getting involved and make, you know, stuff like this, and like big 2 billion Becks. 2 billion Becks. Oh my god, there's 2 billion Beckies. You know what I mean? It just feels weird. It just feels weird.
Oh, hello. But please show me your Mechatron assembly blueprint. No problem. Blueprint has been recorded. The Mechatron parts are ready to go. Hope you enjoy the experience.
Mr. Yang, you're not coming along? March, aren't you coming along?
Nah, you should take Mr. Yang with you instead.
No. March and I will just watch you play from the side.
Okay. Look at the soft smiles on her face as well. The game kind of probably knew that I was going to ask for March.
Now
No offense to
then,
Weld.
Please follow my guidance to complete the Mechatron assembly.
Okay.
This experience mainly involves assembling 3 parts: the arm, the shoulder armor, and the Daybreak blade on the back of the Mechatron.
Again, this is so impressive. It's so impressive.
Go for it, little raccoon! Assemble the Magico Mechatron Daybreak Warriors and save our city!
All right, everyone. I'm heading out.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a mini game. Oh, that's so cool as well. Yeah, like man, like so impressive what they're able to do here. It's so impressive.
Go now. Your little fans are waiting for you.
March, I love you with all my freaking heart. I really do. I really, really do. Mech Assembly. The Power Mech Assembly project brought to you by the Perlux Corp. You will be tasked with installing arms, shoulders, guards, and Daybreak Blade, a custom engineered weapon designed for the giant mech armor. Please follow all the instructions during your session. Utilize the detonator to remove the parts of the frame and engage the mechanical arms to lock each into place. The word has it to make the trip unforgettable. The nameless the corporation has included a thrilling new feature following the assembly phase. What could it be? The anticipation is palpable. Let's go. Oh, I can just hit it like this. Yeah, this is cool, man. Like again, it's so. These games are so fun.
Is to remove each part from the frame, one by one.
But then also like having like.
Knife, sandpaper, sanding stick. Perlux doesn't provide any of these. But don't worry, the explosive device will solve all your problems.
Okay.
Just step on it, bravely.
So
it
sick.
may look brutal, but it leaves no burrs. And that's
hand
the
moves as
magic
well.
that we at Perlux Corp are so proud of.
Oh, we can jump in down here. Yeah, like it's a really creative way of like allowing us to create this stuff here that Protocol creates, like the mechs, while still like allowing us to have like a bit of fun as well, you know? Because I generally think, and I'm just saying this right now, there was like a little aspect of me that dreaded the idea of having to assemble a mech. In terms of like just sitting there typing out like, okay, put the arm here, you know? Not that can't be fun, but like, you know what I mean? I feel like it was gonna like maybe like make the pacing a bit weird. But again, the game they've created here that's so great. It's hard not to be just constantly impressed because like there's a constant feeling for me of just like, oh, this is so much fun. So there's never an aspect when I see this where I'm like, oh, I have to do this. It's like, yeah, we have to do this. It's so fun, you know? They've done a really good job of creating this. How do we get the last coin? I'm guessing we can hit it with this as well. Yes. So we can teleport? That's fun. Oh, we have to activate the switches. And this last one. Man, even the backdrop, man, it's so gigantic, isn't it? Oh, we can step on these as well. You okay? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Stop right there. There's one. There we go.
Next, Please activate the mechanical
Look at
maintenance
it.
arm and align it with the shoulder joint base to connect the arm.
It's so cool. It's just such a great way of us assembling this, right?
Good. We're done with the arm for now. Next, activate the mobile maintenance rack and adjust the mech armor to the shoulder armor panel position.
The scale of this as well, though. Look at this. Like we're on top of this mech's arm. Oh wait, we could have gotten the coin. That's a pity. So cool. Yeah, it's such a fantastic idea to let us feel the gigantic nature of this thing. Let us assemble a robot while also still having fun.
Just like before, the first step is to remove the parts from the frame.
Oh my god, Tony Hawk.
Artificial gravity field adjusting. Please exercise caution.
I always said that, like, you know, Stella would be a very good skateboarder, wouldn't she? Would you guys agree? I think so. It doesn't matter if you disagree anyway.
Activate the thruster and push the shoulder armor towards the unit interface.
And we saw that in the tutorial. Oh, there's a chest over there. Maybe we can go get that. Honestly, we can. I'm trying to get all the coins as well. Oh, we can walk in this. Okay. That's nice to know. We can't jump on that, though. So sick. Again, look at the scale, right? We feel how big this is.
Absolutely beautiful. This giant Mechatron is truly the soul of Prolux Corp.
The places views you wouldn't believe.
Now, for the final part. Please install the Daybreak blade on its back.
Imagine Welt's going nuts right now watching this. Oh, this is such an interesting mechanic.
Aim at the mounting point on the back. And fire! Awaken! Daybreak blade!
Wait, did I miss them putting the blade on?
Mission accomplished. The colossal Mechatron
Very cool.
you built with
Very,
your
very cool.
own hands will now stand proudly in the center of this hall. The great hero of the Astral Express has graced this place, left behind a blueprint, and even contributed their own inspiration to the completion of the Mechatron statue. What outstanding promotional material this is for the marketing department.
Ah, now you see as well, right? Even that, even us having like, sorry, I keep coughing, guys, sorry. Even us having like a tour of this place and having fun in this area, right? It's like, oh, you get to do this and see what it's like. It's also going to be something that they can advertise. The person who the raccoon is inspired by. One of the Astro Express members created or helped finish this mech. Go hero, run lanes. You know what I mean? It's like, again, everything is used to getting attention. Everything's for clicks, which again is like technically something that would happen here on Planet Arcadia, right? For sure. Like, so I don't think I can, like, you know. But then again, they're looking for, like, I guess more of like to do construction rather than to get Aha's attention, I guess. Maybe sometimes both.
A new hero is born right here. Step forth, Miss Little Raccoon, and become the guardian of Planet Arcadia.
Guardian.
Powerful wish power supply entity
Wait,
detected.
are we inside the mech?
Initiating link. Mechatron synchronization rate 15%.
Oh my freaking god, we're actually seeing it like animate and move.
Assembly complete. Could the next step be?
Fight? Oh my god!
That's right. With the completion of the Mechatron
No
assembly,
way.
it's time for some heart-pounding combat.
We're in like one of those like you know, constructed towns they used to have in like old movies and stuff like that for like giant creatures and stuff like that as well. That's so fun.
Mechatron synchronization rate 39%. 42%.
This is such a crazy idea. It's such a fun idea. It really is. Like, look at this.
Your little fanboy, Cinderborn, is eagerly awaiting some pointers from
Oh,
you.
we're gonna fight Cinderborn here? No, this is great. This is such a cool idea.
While we can't power up up this big guy, I've printed a small unit. Now it's time to show you how a Mechatron fights.
Excited, so excited. Like, look at this, man. We're inside a giant freaking... Again, I'm not like that into like the idea of mechs, but the idea of like Stella going inside this gigantic mech and about to do like mech combat is such a unique idea and such a fun idea, right? Oh? And this is what we see. This is what Stella sees.
I merged with the Mechatron? Where am I
The
now?
visuals, so like even like I guess it's like an augmented reality in some ways. Oh, is this his one? I'm sorry, this is crazy. Oh, it's like a freaking...
Of course. It's the combat testing sandbox.
That's like a Penacony enemy. This is... Look at what we're looking at here, guys. We're in like a sandbox world of Platarcadia. And Stella's inside a giant mech. I never thought we'd be doing this today.
Look, those
No
dazzling
freaking
colors are
way.
like the express train traversing through the
Oh my god, we're just
stars.
moving against the mech, okay?
Enhanced full body armor. A steadfast shield for the people.
That's so good.
Powerful strike.
What a great idea.
Hero, little raccoon. This carries the hopes of all citizens. Hi-ya!
How do we get over here? Do we just have to walk here, or what's happening? This is, again, it's so insane. It's so... Do we have to charge through this, maybe? How do we get through here? Man, and you can see, like, in the backdrop there, like, you know, it is a set. You can see the offices and the cameras and stuff. Break this. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What?
Oh my god.
Building. City, what are you doing?
You're buying a legal building.
No choice left. Smash it to pieces, hero.
And Nihilux is getting so into
Just
this too.
focus on dealing with the city's crisis and let Madame Pearl worry about the compensation.
This is so great, guys. Guys, this is legitimately so fun.
Duo Mention City has made it through the worst of it. Hero, now it's time. Do we press on or wipe out the monsters entirely? Hero, you decide.
No, this is the... I never thought in a million years we'd be doing this. I never thought we'd be like... And yeah, I love the way you can see, like, there's Martin Wells. And you can see, like, the computers in the background. This is like a set. It's like a movie set. It's just so exciting that they let us do this. Because they could have done this. They could have done a cutscene. And we would have been satisfied. Oh, Stella got to do a mech thing. No, they're saying the player, you get to do what Stella's doing. You get to have fun in this mech thing. You get to see the scale of this set.
Seem to have been reduced to nothing.
So fun, so great, so cool. Look at this.
Could it be the one and only trailblazer of the Astral Express walking towards us?
Like, that's right, call me Galactic Baseballer. Let's play into it. Why not? This is so...
Galactic Baseballer! We've been expecting...
Oh, they're like the... I forgot the name already. The Daybreak guys. What's so fun about this too is like they have to use this. This might be the only time we get to do it, but they have to do it again. This has to become a common thing you can do in the game or something, because like it's such a fun idea. It's such a different thing from what we're used to doing, which is always good to break up the gameplay. As I said, they could have done a cutscene where we're in a giant mech talking to other mechs.
Although the giant shadow crisis in Duo Mention City has been dispelled, the real battle for you and the Daybreak Squadron is only just
And
beginning.
Nihilux is so into the narration.
As the old and new generations of superheroes, you will face
No.
off here to determine the victor!
Look at what I'm looking at, man. When I boot up the game today, this is the last thing I expected to do. Oh my god. No, and they have the freaking like, you know, pterodactyl. Again, sorry my knowledge is so limited to like, you know, Power Rangers stuff and things like that as well. I watched Wild Force, Power Rangers Wild Force as a kid. Like, again, I know Transformers, which I know are not mechs. I know, like, there is, like, you know, Zords, which is technically mechs and Power Rangers and stuff like that as well. But I'm not, like, as, you know, knowledgeable about that stuff as, like, as you know, others might be. So my knowledge is Wild Force and the Power Rangers movie. And, of course, the Power Rangers type stuff that we've seen in Robo Reacts, which again is the React show I do. We've seen like a lot of stuff sent in by Leon, who is a great patron as well, who has sent in a lot of stuff like this as well.
Slice through the skies! Flames of lightning! From the blue heavens descend!
It's so great. It's the presentation is 10 out of 10. The presentation is a 10 out of freaking 10. I could not ask for more.
Shatter the eternal night, light blazing bright, the radiant bow of hope, Dawnlands!
Dawnlands. Yeah, I always love the yellow designs on these. Again, because they have like the Power Rangers design as well. It's so fun. It's so fun. Look at this.
Cut through despair. Unyielding blade of steel. Edge that never fades. Cinderborn.
Oh my
You can
god.
do it, friend.
And I know Tommy was the white Power Ranger in the Power Rangers movie, right? Which is so freaking cool as well. They're called like I think they're called like in Japan was like Super Sentai as well. They're called as well. There's like a bunch of different names. And again, there's multiple different mech shows as well. Of course there are. Of course there are. It's not just the one type of thing. Again, I'm sorry I'm just like so stuck on this because I think it's just such a great idea. Like the presentation is off the freaking charts. I think that like I have to believe that people freaking adored this. I have to believe that this was something that people just like were going nuts for. I'd love to see the artwork. I love that if they did like animations about this. Like I have to think that people went freaking crazy for this stuff.
Darkness waits and dawn awakens. The Daybreak Squadron arrives.
That's so freaking fun. Daybreak Squadron was so cool. It was. Hold on, where are we now in the story? This is so cringe. No, it's not cringe. It's classic. It's classic and it's so fun. It's classic and it's so fun. I don't care what anyone says.
This is an official challenge from the Daybreak Squadron, great hero of the Astral Express. If we defeat you, we hope you'll accept our invitation to become the honorary Phantom 5th member of the Daybreak Squadron.
Oh yeah?
Help us safeguard the peace of Planet Arcadia.
That's such a great idea as well. Don't worry, I won't lose. Now I still want to continue trailblazing. It's a great. That's a very Stell line. He's already great, so what other color can I use? No, that's a Stell line. That's a Stell line.
Pink, green, we've got tons of colors.
Oh my god.
You can set any RGB value you want.
Guys. The music in the background as well. It's like heroic, like, you know, energetic music that you'd see in one of those shows as well.
Hey Greg, didn't you have something to tell your hero? Now's your perfect chance.
So that's who we met before as well.
My friend, you know what? Every time I transform into a Mechatron, I imagine I'm you.
Yeah?
I think about what you would do when facing danger.
Oh?
It is your adventure stories that give me strength.
Okay.
So I'll give it my all from now on. Please don't hold back.
I mean, like, Katsuyara, let's get to in that case. Let me give you some pointers. This is great. That's probably what he wants as well. But like, legitimately, like, it's one of those things where like I'm kind of like, you know, it can be something where it can be like a little bit like, oh, like that's a bit too much. For me, I think it's just like it's very normal to have like a hero. Like a lot of people, like, and the way I look at it is this as well is like, a footballer, for example, right? A footballer. If you're someone who's into football, if you're a fan of football, right? Chances are you're gonna like think about what would like Messi do if I go on the pitch. What would Ronaldinho do, right? So this idea is kind of sweet of him kind of being like every time I do anything, I think of like what would Stell do, you know? It's really fun. Yeah. It feels very Kamen Rider, doesn't it? It feels very, I don't know. It feels like very that energy.
Now then. Let's settle this on the horizon. Where the
I'm in love with this. I'm in love with all this. I'm in love with all this. This is so cool. This is such a great idea. The presentation is awesome. Oh, it's an actual battle like this?
See what you're made of.
I'm already using the mech in turn-based battles?
Trailblazer?
Honkai Star Rail, you are incredible. You are incredible for even for doing any of this. I guess we're gonna do like an enhancement first. Oh my god, the different moves. Actually, I have played games with mechs in them before, but I don't play them all the time. Like one of the things that I love is Trails of Cold Steel, right? The Legend of Hero Trails of Cold Steel is like a game that I love. The game series I love dearly. That those 4 games are so incredible. I love them. This is so impactful, right? Like, because again, I love the combat in Honkai Star Rail. I love doing turn-based combat, but I think what's so cool is like the way we're changing here is we're getting to use an entirely different style. The impact is heavier. It's more powerful and strong. While we usually have to do like with ultimates to feel a really big power, it feels like here we're feeling the weight of like the actual moves in like such a very literal sense. Like the weight, like these giant machines. Oh my god, the music. This is what I'm talking about. As I said, like Super Sentai, like Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, it really feels like that. You know, the music and all. And again, I don't know much about Kamen Riders and Super Sentai and all this stuff as well. I know I watched Power Rangers as a kid in terms of Wild Force, but I don't know anything beyond just Roma Reacts, the React show I do where we watched a bunch of that stuff, as I said.
As expected of the Astral Express hero. Oh, so powerful.
Oh my god, I'm so impressed. So now we have this, what does the 4 mean? Oh, it's a counter. Very cool. Okay. The music is so charming.
Boss, Gray, I'll leave the rest to you.
The honor is mine to cross blades with you.
The gray design is sick.
As heroes, we'll never back down.
They're just great color coding, right? As a kid, I love the music, man. Like, it has a really fun dance vibe to it as well, but it still feels like it's like the midst of a battle in one of those shows. And again, I know it's like people are gonna say, well, Calvin, it's, you know, Kamen Rider isn't exactly old, but they do have mechs in Kamen Riders, right? And again, I don't know much about the show, but they do have mechs in like Power Rangers and Kamen Riders and stuff like that as well.
Don't underestimate me.
There's Zords in Power Rangers, right? The music's so fun. It's so fun.
This strike contains all my respect. Bring it on.
Cinderborn.
Even the invincible little raccoon is
we
reaching her limit. Listen, those are the people's wishes. Power converging as one. That is limitless possibility.
We're actually gaining his power from wishes.
I've received them all.
I mean, it's a very literal sense, right, of us gaining power from the wishes here. No way. What's this gonna look like? We're shifting in and out. Oh my god, it's like an all-out attack. Look at this. Very, very cool. Very cool. Wait. Oh, we get a cutscene too. We're gonna. No way. The full action sequence. This is so freaking great. Look at this. We're getting the full-on combat. This could be out of a TV show. And Cell's freaking kicking butt here. Stell. Amazing. Amazing.
You really got into character.
That is so freaking sick.
That was some great acting.
I have chills. Like, it's something that is like, they didn't need to do any of that, and we still would have felt the weight of like what the imagination is and how it can like power up somebody and how like you can use it to like make something like these mechs and stuff like this as well. We would have known it. But like the fact that like we got the full anime sequence of them fighting in the end. We got to do a full battle as this mech. We got to move around the city and like destroy the city and destroy some bad guys with the mech as well. I felt the weight of this new mech, but then also the excitement from being able to play as that too. That was so fun.
Huh? Were we just fighting in a film
Oh, you didn't realize that? Stell was really into it because I realized it was a film studio very early on.
Don't tell me you actually thought you were fighting them in a real city. That ain't gonna happen. Madame Pearl's insurance fund would
Yeah, it would destroy the whole place. But yeah, that shows that she was very into it.
It doesn't matter if it was a real fight or a fake one. What matters is your experience. Did you have fun?
I had so so much fun. Again, if you put more mech battles in it, because it's not a demonization or like or putting down normal battles in Honkai Star Rail. It's the fact that the same reason why I love the platforming game in Honkai Star Rail. It's the fact that we have a break of gameplay, which is different from the usual gameplay, keeps the pacing so fresh in such a great way.
The user gave us a 5-star review. Thank you for your kind
Love it.
feedback.
Absolutely love
Your
it.
satisfaction and approval are our greatest motivators.
The designs, the characters that we were fighting being so inspired by us, the music in the background, the introductions, the actual combat itself, it's so good.
Looks like the Daybreak Squadron is waiting for you. You gave them quite a combat lesson, it appears. Why don't you go share a few words with those youngsters?
Oh my god, and then they're like, see, this is what I'm talking about, like, it's very, like, as I said, like Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, it very is like that, right, in a lot of ways. Look at this. Who was the coolest outfit? I think, like, the yellow and the white always look the coolest to me. For sure.
As expected of my senior, that was awesome! My life is now...
Guys, you gave me such a fantastic experience. Like, I'm so sold on you guys.
Before joining Daybreak Squadron, Gray had always been your fan.
Oh, it is very sweet. It's very sweet.
That kid knows every story about the Astro
Oh my
Express like
God.
the back of his hand. And he's always looked up to you as his role model. Even as his leader, I'm nowhere near as important to him as you are.
I love they're playing the somber music as well, right? Because I think you could, they gave you an option to be like, oh, this is cringe, right? But for me personally, like, it's nice to have someone to look up to. And if you're gonna look up to someone, like, Stell is like a true hero.
Huh, what an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression.
Oh, I think it's adorable. I think it's adorable. I don't know.
After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
Your team really gets along well. I remembered this battle today. That's really sweet.
Oh, I'm already satisfied. Just knowing that the name Cinderborn will remain in my senior's memory.
I can't express enough how beautiful this is.
It's a shame, though. If she really could become the 5th member of our team, our recognition would rise even further.
Yeah.
After all, many people still think we're just playing.
You tell them. No, guys, I have to say, and here's the thing, right? Like, as I said, I don't care when it says I'm still gonna be suspicious of IPC, manufacturing, imagination, all this stuff too. But like, these guys' dreams are real. You know what I mean? These guys like want to help people is real. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at them like, there's not me going like, this is kind of weird. It's me looking at them being like, Godspeed. Godspeed.
That's only because we haven't done anything truly
You'll get it
heroic
done.
yet.
You'll get it done. I like these guys. I like these guys a lot.
Don't worry. Given the state of Dual-Dimension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner
honestly.
or later. And that's when we'll get our chance to shine!
Honestly.
Yeah, just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas
That's huge.
explosion. Hope they recover soon. And spread the word about how awesome Daybreak
And again, they
Squadron
want to be
is.
remembered as well. Of course, that's the way imagination works as well. But like, that's huge. 5 people's lives.
There you go again. Casually saying the strangest
But, I mean,
things.
saving people's lives is a bit huge deal.
Like the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own
Cinderboard.
path. Sooner or later, Daybreak Squadron will be recognized by everyone.
I'm sorry, but like, wait, like this is a very lovely thing to say as well, because it is like it shows his inspiration from the Astral Express. Yeah, like it's really like, I just wanted to make sure like I didn't get what he said wrong earlier, but yeah, it's a great way to show the actual inspiration, and it shows that his inspiration is real. The fact that he like, he wants to embody the same thing the Astral Express does, And again, he is looking from a very much like getting attention kind of way, but like I think he understands that the Astral Express got attention just by doing good things and just by saving people.
Silly you! Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the nameless?
You'd be accepted. You'd be accepted.
Come on. Don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie. How could I possibly be worthy of boarding the Express and fighting alongside seasoned
Buddy,
veterans.
like you've no idea. As long as you stay true to your own path, you guys are all remarkable players. Yeah, like don't think to yourself in a lesser way. You guys like, I feel a goodness rating off you. I feel a goodness rating from your heart. I feel it.
Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero.
Still, I'm gonna cry, man. This is so beautiful.
Thanks for your guidance, Trailblazer. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the
Oh man,
rest
that'd be
of
so
us.
fun. That'd be so fun, Cinderborn. Let's do that.
Trailblazer, please take a photo together with us.
I love again they're very like, you know, because it is very like Power Rangers Wild Force dialogue, which is like, ha, it's coming to attack us, you know? It's very, very fun. Oh!
My senior's so close to me that my heart's beating like crazy.
3, 2, 1.
Darkness wanes and dawn awakens. The Daybreak Squadron arrives.
They're charming as heck. They have charmed me to death.
Time's about up. We should meet with Madame
Sure.
Pearl now.
Man, that's so crazy that, like, you know, the meeting with Madame Pearl was one of the most exciting things for me as well, like, because I was so excited to do that stuff, and, like, the fact that I'm coming away from this experience, and, like, the best thing about it was meeting, like, 4 charming heroes that truly, like, embody some really nice values. Adoring Stell and embodying the values that Stell has as well, and the Astro Express have as well. And just having, like, these really amazing mech battles. Like, I feel like, no offense to Madame Pearl, but it's like, oh yeah, I instead of being like, oh yeah, let's go, I can't wait, I was just like, oh yeah, like, Madame Pearl, we have to talk to Madame Pearl, which is going to be interesting as well, of course it will be. But that was the original excitement about coming here, and now it's like, oh yeah. You know, that's the side of, like, how, you know, they did good with that stuff.
Oh, right. Want to say goodbye to your big fan before we go?
Sure, honestly. Man, so fun. Such a fun idea. Oh my god, they're so cool. This is just such a great idea.
Blue, yellow, you guys were amazing back there. If we record this for promo material, we'll definitely get a ton of new followers.
And they're so supportive of each other.
If only we could have beaten the Nameless. We were actually so close during that Mechatron fight.
Maybe next time.
What are you talking about? There's no way we could have beaten the Trailblazer.
I love that, like, they're like, oh, if we could have won, and he's like, buddy, I'm just happy to lose with 2 Stell.
Well, it's not entirely impossible, I'd say. Ever since I converted, I feel like both my mind and body have become so much lighter. Gray, you really should join us and do the same.
They really, like, wanted to join the team, right?
Haha, Gray. Being a masked hero means facing all kinds of dangers. You definitely feel pretty bad if you couldn't contribute your strength to the team when we needed you the most. Oh, looks like your idol's here to see you. We'll wait for you backstage. Gray.
So fun.
Senior?
You good? Oh, no, Cinderborn is a sweetheart. Like, I genuinely think it's, like, one of the sweetest things, his admiration for Stell. And I feel like it's, like, a nice little, like, reward as well, in a way, for, like, the player and Stell. I'm not saying, like, for me. I'm saying for, like, as players, we get to see, like, the effect Stell has had worldwide on people. Not just in the effect, we've already gotten to see the effect, like, in terms of, like, the literal sense of she saved the world. But then also seeing how she's touched people's hearts beyond the people she's just saved. Like, it's a really nice thing.
Me? I'm fine. Totally fine. It was no surprise that you took us down without breaking a sweat.
Oh my god. He's the type of guy at a K-pop concert, right? If, like, a bottle accidentally, like, goes flying on stage and it hits him in the head in the crowd, he's not like, he doesn't go, man, Jinsoul hit me in the head with a bottle. He goes, Jinsoul hit me in the head with a bottle. Oh my god. It's so cool. Like, and honestly, there's something very, like, you could say it's crazy, right? But I think there's something kind of, like, weirdly funny and charming about that.
It's me. I'm just too weak.
No.
I'm always hesitant, whether in combat or dealing with life. Even though I know I can never become an amazing hero like you, I've always been trying my best to get closer to being like you.
Yeah, like I think if there's parts of your life you want to improve, that's never a bad thing. If there's stuff that needs to improve, obviously, like, I can dive into more toxic things if there's stuff that, like, you know, are just perceived negative aspects and stuff that, like, you know, will make you feel even worse about yourself. Obviously, you want to, like, become better for you, right? That's what you want to do, not for anything else. But, like, it's good to have someone to look up to.
It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but no one ever taught me the principles of how to live and behave growing up. I dropped out of high school pretty early and started hanging out with street gangs. Every time I threw a punch to intimidate someone, I thought I was being a hero.
This is gonna rip my heart out, isn't it?
But when I saw how scared those people were, I had this nagging feeling that maybe I was doing something wrong. Later, when I read about the Astral Express story online and learned about your legendary deeds, I finally understood what it meant to be a true hero. Looking back at how immature and awful I was, I made up my mind to leave my old organization.
The fact that Stell can touch your heart in that way, the fact that she can do that for you means so much to me, man. That's so beautiful that you got out of a life that was not conducive to you or people around you because of Stell.
Now I too have a chance to become a hero like you. Together with my brothers and sisters in the Daybreak Squadron, I can bring happy smiles to the residents of Plain Arcadia and protect them whenever danger appears.
Sweetheart, absolute sweetheart. Are you kidding me? That is beautiful.
But I'm just too weak.
No.
I don't have the immense strength like the Express Nameless. I don't even have any special talents. Maybe I've chosen a path that
No.
doesn't really work for me.
No. I need you to understand that the fact that you already have the notion in your mind to want to help people. Yes, there it is. Like the line there, desire for the others is strength. Yes. The desire to fight for others. I was going to just set it in one line, what I was going to say in a few. But it is, that's like, the fact that you already want to help people, and the fact that you're trying to help people is already amazing. It already proves that you are meant for this. You might not always hit the mark, but that's going to happen in anything in life. You were meant for this.
I don't want to give you empty platitudes about humans triumphing over fate. But I do believe that while kindness isn't something you can learn, strength is something you can acquire.
Do you guys agree with that? For me personally, I think that, like, it depends. Obviously, at a very young age, and he said he didn't have that. I think that, you know, teaching people right from wrong is very, very important, which can lead to kindness, because you want to make sure people are doing well, because and stuff like that too. For me, like, personally, like, obviously I had, like, you know, great people in my life and stuff like that too. I'm not saying I'm so kind, but I'm saying that every single, like, moral comes from that. And this may sound silly as well. It's the same thing. I feel kind of like with Cinder over here, I kind of feel very similarly. Like, for me, like, I played Final Fantasy X as a kid, and I was like, oh, like, this is what it means to love the people around you in such a powerful way that you want to, like, fight for them. You know what I mean? I know that sounds maybe weird for some people, maybe it's not, but, like, playing that game as a kid, like, legit, like, you know, and watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was another example where it's like, oh my god, this is, like, the love that you can have for the people around you, and, like, and people who are, like, hurt, or people who need help and are not as well off as you, or maybe you're in a situation where they need, like, you know, a arm or an ear. And I remember just, like, being like, you know, even as a kid, just being like, man, like, I wish, like, you know, I could be like Yugi. I wish I could be like Tidus, you know? And I feel like it's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. Yeah.
Your desire to fight for those around you, and your wish to bring smiles to others. That's your greatest
yes,
strength.
I agree. It's the fact that you want to do this in the first place is already incredible. Cinderboard, oh my god. What are we doing, man?
Thank you, Trailblazer. Thanks for listening to my ramblings.
Let me give you my autograph.
Could you please sign that famous line?
May this journey lead to Starward? Rules are made to be broken.
That's the one. That's exactly it.
That's a way more stealth-centric line, isn't it?
Rules are boundaries. And anyone who pushes beyond those boundaries becomes, in a sense, one of the nameless.
Amazing.
I'll remember today for the rest of my life. Goodbye, Trailblazer. I hope by the next time we meet, I'll be a true hero just like you.
That was another truly incredible moment here as well. I think what's so, like, continually special to me about stuff like that is that, like, sorry guys, I have a bit of a cough today. It might just be, I think it's just the weather is changing. We got a very cold spell, and I think it's just maybe some things have changed. But, like, I think what's, oh my god, wait, I have to see something. Look. One small step for Doug Kine. Look at that. But yeah, I don't want to sit here and say like I'm like this with celebrities or whatever. Like or like now I'm like, you know, this is like, you know, like I like, you know, I'm that, you know, to me, understandably, like, and healthily obsessed with a celebrity in that way, because I think Cinder is, like, you know, using it in a very amazing way. But I do think that we can all, like, relate to Cinder in some ways in terms of, like, finding inspiration in our lives. Yes, I didn't, you know, grow up in a place where I had people teaching me right from wrong. I had people teaching me morals. I had people, you know, I got punished if I did something wrong and stuff like that as well. Again, if I did something wrong, I had those lessons, right, that Cinder didn't have. But I do think that it's such a, like, an underrated thing. And like, I think a lot of times people be like, man, that's so stupid. You took you looked up to, like, a fictional character. You looked up to, like, this and that. Like, man, if it... Obviously, there's dangers, of course. Like, nowadays, like, if you'll find out a celebrity did something horrible. But, like, looking up to someone who is out of reach, right, can help a lot. And as I said, for me, as I said, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And played Final Fantasy as a kid, and, like, a lot of that also helped me be like, man, like, so this is, like, you know, the extent that, you know, these fictional characters will go for the people they love, like, in big, terrifying, world-ending moments. It's like, well, why can't I, like, you know, go to the ends of the earth for, like, moments where it's, like, really small? Like, oh, you know, it's like, you know, hey, just do something tiny for someone, you know? And again, I know I'm making it sound like I'm being like, I'm so amazing, I'm so fantastic, I'm so incredible. I missed the mark too, of course. Like, we've all, like, done stuff that, like, we probably, like, I was, like, mean at some point, or we said something we regret. Of course. Like, I'm not trying to be like, I was so perfect because I played Final Fantasy and Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm saying, like, I always tried to, like, live up to that. I think it's a really beautiful thing for Cinder and Cell's relationship. Like, a very beautiful, lovely idea, right? To have someone who looks up to Cell, to show us, like, how much Cell has touched people's hearts, but then also see, like, you know, the effect that, like, you know, effectively, like, how Cinder is, like, moving forward in such an amazing way.
Well, that about wraps up today's tour. After seeing everything, what do you think?
Pretty insane. Looks like I've got a few fans.
You're only realizing that now. That's your greatest advantage in joining the Phantasmoon Games. A story that's already spread far and wide.
Pearl Corp's influence is truly something else. Yeah, and she's right. We were celebrities from the moment we stepped foot in this place, right?
Indeed. Rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Perlux. The stories and dreams spun by this enterprise are capable of steering the future of Plain Arcadia and of serving as the cradle for new imaginae. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantasmoon Games. Let me give you a little reminder. The rules of Phantasmoon Games have never required any competition between supplicants.
Yeah, because Himiko was saying that right as well, right? She's saying that we can, like... Is she trying to hint that we can, like, work together?
As an IPC employee, I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them. Don't keep them waiting too long.
For sure. Yeah, this whole thing was absolutely incredible. Yeah, I've been in love with this episode, honestly, as well. I think it might be a thing where we might end it before we go talk to Pearl, because I imagine that whatever's going to happen with Pearl is going to be, like, very chunky. And I think it's going to be one of those things where I want to have, like, my full attention. And I feel like right now, I'm on this euphoric high after everything that just happened here. And while I feel like it feels like in a way, like in a way it feels like we didn't get through a lot, but like I feel like when you think about it, we got to do a whole new game mechanic. We learned a lot about these Imagine headquarters and what they do here as well in terms of the mass production of Imagine. We got to do a full, as I said, mech battle. We got to see a new character in Nihilux. Like we actually like got to see like a lot, a lot this time around. But we'll see what happens. They'll probably give us an option before we go up to, because usually the thing is like, are you ready to go up? You know. So we'll see if what they say here, and if not, like, you know, it's okay. We can just go up to 2. But I imagine, like, again, whatever's gonna happen with Pearl next is gonna be some big, chunkified information.
Over here.
Some chunky info, for sure.
You watched Daybreak Squadron 2? Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen.
Oh yeah?
Not only did you assemble the Mechatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy. Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
Oh, that's so fun as well. I always like you always remember that vibe as well when you're like look over your parents when you're on like an amusement park ride or something.
Indeed, seeing her so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
Yeah, and that's the thing as well, especially like with the whole thing of like, you know, she wants to meet with us specifically. She's clearly doing some like deals and stuff, I guess, and as we said last time, like behind the scenes, whether it would be with like the Stellar Hunters, whether it be with, sorry, the Zan Show. Like there's some like different like dealings going on everywhere. So I think she wants to like put some ingredients in every pot in the kitchen. You know what I mean? I think she wants to make sure that she's like, you know, she knows what's being cooked, and she wants the flavor to be exactly right. So she's making sure she has an eye on every single bubbling, boiling pot, and making sure she sees what's going in there. You know?
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Nihilux.
Miss Nihilux? Wait, where did she go?
Ah, there you all are. We've been looking everywhere for you.
Fair on? Oh yeah.
The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait.
Feld?
But he said he couldn't find any of you.
What's this guy's assigned agent? What? This guy is the assigned agent? Then who was Miss Nihilux? Wait, what just happened? Wait, what?
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one
Wait,
who's
what just
supposed to
happened?
meet us, then who is Miss Nihilux?
Wait, what do you mean? What just happened?
Miss Nihilux?
Wait.
Who?
Sorry. Wait, was she? So she was like pretending to be a P-30?
Agent Nihilux, an IPC
Stop.
ranking P-30 who works at Perlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
She guided us through everything. How does that work?
P-30? Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Perlux Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
What?
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into the building?
No way. No freak. Wait. Didn't she also talk about there was like her friends are making like a currency to like counter the IPC? Was she like maybe like a part of that too?
Oh, this is a real mess.
Oh my
What are those
god.
security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are you hurt? Or did she trick you into giving her
I
money
know
or
she seems
anything
so
like that?
legit. And not only did that, but like she legitimately like knew her stuff. I knew something was off about her. She didn't take anything. She was pretty cool.
This lady seemed totally legit. She smoothly guided us around
Yeah.
the place like a pro. I thought she was one of your people.
Yes.
I need to report this to security right
God.
away. She can't have gone far. Let's catch her in the act.
This is like, I know you guys might be like, in retrospect, you might be like, well, actually, if you notice this, you notice that, you notice this. But like, for me, it's one of those things where like, I did not know whatsoever. I didn't have an inkling. I didn't have an inkling that she was someone weird or anything.
Thank you for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has
What
been waiting
the
for quite some
hell?
time. If it's convenient, shall we head out now? I'll show you the way.
Oh my
Please
god.
inform Madame Pearl that the 3 guests from the Express will arrive shortly.
No freaking way. Guys, she was legit. She like, now here's the thing. I imagine that the stuff she said about this place, if she is like some sort of spy, was probably very true. Like the stuff about like the building of the mechs and harnessing imagination technology and like the idea that these are like, you know, these mechs that they're creating are being like mass produced, and the cycle of wishes for the people too, where it's like, you know, like, you know, they created these real versions of like the Daybreak guys, and then they made like the people wish for them more, and the wish power like promoted them, like made them more powerful. She knew how to create the mech. She knew how to finish this off. Like, or was this one we were using? It was, right? She knew how to finish it off. Like, you know what I mean? This isn't a situation where like there wasn't an ounce of like. I imagine the stuff she said was true. The parts of stuff she said were true, but the parts that were lies were just like she was an IPC member. Which means that I guess when she was talking, remember I love this artwork here. Remember she was talking about the idea of like, was her friends or something, or people she knew were doing like an opposing currency to the IPC? It kind of makes sense in a way that like, because I was like thinking to myself, like, why would an IPC member be okay with like an opposing currency to the IPC? That is so interesting. Guys, that's awesome. That's really awesome what they did there. That's really awesome. Guys, we'll end the video here. We're going to come back with more in the next one as well. I don't know if this episode came out Friday or if it came out Saturday. But it's one of those things where, like, as I said, we will be doing 3 episodes a week some weeks, and sometimes we'll be doing... sometimes we'll be doing just 2, as usual. So I think this might have been, like, the Friday episode of Honkai Star Rail, which is interesting, and then tomorrow we can go into like the next episode as well. I know it's one of those things where like this might be a Saturday one as well, and who knows, but we'll see exactly how it goes. Right now I think it's like because again we're coming up to like we're very close to Genshin, guys. We're like so around the corner from Genshin, and once Genshin happens, as I said, like it's not, and I hope it never sounds like I'm saying like Genshin takes over Honkai Star Rail. No, like the time slot has always been Thursday and Saturdays Honkai Star Rail, Fridays, Sundays Genshin, and Honkai Star Rail borrows from the Genshin time slot to do 3 videos a week some weeks. So it's not like I'm saying that like Honkai goes in the back burner. No, we're playing the same amount of Honkai. This Honkai's not changing because the Genshin update's coming out. It's not changing whatsoever. It's just that we will have less chance to do 3 videos a week. I know like some weeks we didn't do 3 videos a week, but that's just because some weeks like if I feel like I need more time, I just won't do 3 videos a week, right? But I might have more time this week, right? It's just the way things go. Just the way things go. Very interesting stuff. I guess we can go back to the Astro Express to talk about all this stuff. Nice. So let's talk about like some of the stuff that was happening here as well. I think this is one of those times, like it's very rare time that like this episode was like very not action heavy, but I feel like it was more about the introduction to Nihilux and showing off the mechs and stuff like this as well. I don't think it was as much the idea of like how do I say it? Where it's not just about the idea of like like, you know, usually we'd have like some maybe big story beats and story information, but I think that what we did get, as I said, like we still got like a lot of chunky stuff, even though it feels like we were kind of doing a lot of gameplay heavy stuff. We got a lot of chunky information here, and like I said, I think obviously Nihilux tricked us. She tricked us. But I think that like the contents of what she said were very, very true. Obviously, like some stuff was wrong. Like the department she said she was from is not real. Or you know what she was saying about like her, you know, her level, her like, you know, the P30 not real. Her working with the IPC obviously not real as well. But I think that she genuinely like obviously wanted us to see the ins and outs of the production of these Imagine like mechs, right? And how they're produced, how they're made, how they're going to make 2 billion of these, how these are like mass produced ever since 15 years ago, how they harnessed the idea of imagination to make these, how they made them into like real things as well so people can be more believe in them even more. The idea of like using imagination and how that can be limited. I think all the stuff that she showed us, she like, it feels like she wanted us to see it, right? For some reason. Because the thing is like if she was pretending to be an IPC worker, what benefit does she have from just being like, there has to be a benefit, right? Because if you pretend to be an IPC worker and you guide the Nameless, into through a tour of like this facility to Perlux. Like it's a thing where like we can sit here and say like, oh, maybe she's like it's aha, it's mass fools. Maybe she's a mass fool and she's like going, aha, isn't this fun? And it's just funny, but like you don't even get like much entertainment out of that because it's like, okay, it's like, aha, I gave you a tour and gave you lots of good information. How do you feel about that? It's like, that's not even a prank. It's like, oh, we know more now. You know, it's like, so there has to be like a reason why she did that, right? There has to be a reason why she would like bring us through this area, show us like the production of these mechs, tell us about the way that Imagine works when it comes to creating these mechs, how the IPC is like basically like making like Imagine and these creatures assembly line things, and the way they're going to be able to create like, you know, billions of these and create a mass producing nature of these as well, and how they're using people's imagination as well. Like there's a reason she did this, and I have to believe then maybe it's anti-IPC, maybe we weren't, maybe we like but then again, here's the thing, I say that maybe we weren't supposed to see that, but I'm pretty sure like the giant fight we had with the mech, someone would have noticed it if we weren't supposed to. Maybe it was one of those things where like that stuff is ready available for the public, but or for people like us, or maybe people don't question because they're like, oh, they know what they're doing, right? That's the Daybreak Warrior guys. Let's like I keep saying Daybreak Warriors because I keep forgetting the last part of it, but that's the Daybreak guys. Like they know what they're doing. So again, there's a mystery to that too of like not understanding exactly what's happening there. But I love that there's an underlying feeling of like, there has to be a reason she did that exactly. There has to be a reason she let us fight with the mechs. There has to be a reason why she introduced us to the Daybreak guys. There has to be a reason why she showed us the ins and outs of how everything works. She showed us how the sausage is made, you know what I mean? And like, it does seem that there's a reason, right? Because what we learned from going along with Nihilux, again, if we're assuming it's true, as you said, we learned about the mass producing of these mechs, how easy it is for these to produce these mechs now, how it's making like the usual methods of writing out and drawing out images to create something and artwork to create something, it's making that more obsolete. We learned about the idea of how they've released the Daybreak kind of guys into the the Kamen Riders, Super Sentai, Power Rangers into the world as real characters now, because it actually like improves people's imagination, which again, I totally get that idea. It's like, because they talked about earlier how the reason why a big gigantic mech in some cases might not work as a general rule is not because like it's not impossible. It's more the idea that like people's imaginations have to like power it, and people's wish power has to power it. So people's doubts, for example, will doubt the idea that this mech could even work. It's too big. It's too astronomical. It's how could this work? So that doubt like doesn't power it. Whereas with the fight with Stell, for example, where we were fighting the other Power Rangers, what happens in that battle is Stell gets a power boost because people are like, no, man, there's no way. And I think even like, not even just the people who were watching as spectators being like, oh, I want him to win this battle. It's also like Cinder, right? He believes in us. His belief that we were going to win no matter what, I say probably powered us up too, and powered that our mech as well so we could fight back. We got to see like the ins and outs of this whole place, and again, we were given a tour of this location, a tour of what this place is, what it sells, why it sells certain things, as I said, in terms of like getting more wish power and obtaining more wish power, the mass production, the eventual building of like billions of mechs. Like we got all of that from this character Nihilux. So 110%, I have to just sit here and truly believe that this is me. I have to believe that it's going to come back. Like there's a reason. And just to talk about Nihilux in general as a character, when she showed up, this is an unbelievably cool character design, and one of my favorite Planet Arcadia character designs so far. And to me, like the nothing's ever going to top High Sealins in terms of a character. Now it could, you never know. But to me, like High Sealins is like, not only just a top. It's not the best Honkai Star Rail. It's not just the best Honkai Star Rail design. It's also the best Hoyo design I've seen. It's also the best character design I've seen in a game. not the best. I'm not gonna say like the best. I'm saying it's probably like top 5 in like the last 10 years, maybe the last. Yeah, I would say so. Top 5, easy. I love the design so much. Like, it's such a great design. So obviously, like, it's always gonna be one of those things where I'm never gonna be like, it's not high ceilings. But I just want to like mention whenever I say it's like I'm saying like in Plan Arcadia. This is my favorite, one of my favorite designs. That and Sparksea. Because like with Nihilux, there's like this really great comic book feel to the design. The comic book edges at the bottom, the comic book like hair and the purple tones, but then the really stylish skirt and top, which looks they're muted colors, but they add so much to the kind of like brightness of the white and the deepness of the purple. It makes it all look so freaking amazing. And the first impressions of this character are just like a character who's like very kind of like eccentric, very kind of like lively without being like too over the top. Like she has kind of a bit of like a sneaky. No, she didn't have not a sneaky vibe because I can say that retroactively, right? I think the vibe I got from more was like she was kind of like really like abstract and eccentric. I think calling her sneaky now is like benefit of hindsight, right? It's like now looking back, it's like, oh, was that sneaky? Was that like? I feel like that's totally unfair because my first impressions of her were like eccentric, fun, complimentary, and smart and stylish. That's where impressions of her. And now I look back and I'm like, oh, was that this? And that's the fun of like a story. It's like you look back and stuff and go, oh wait, is that the reason? Oh, maybe. Oh, was that them tricking us there? That's a really, really fun aspect as well. And I think that she is a great design, a really great design, and a really great addition to the game too. I think also the fact that we became so comfortable with her. I was so just like listening to every word she was saying. To the point that like she was so good at what she did, there was a point where I was like questioning like the moral aspects of her speeches. Like, oh, is that good for the IPC? Oh, the IPC is doing this, the IPC is doing that. I'm like, I just like painted with the IPC brush. I was just like, oh yeah, there it is. Like, the whole idea of mass producing everything and making everything a commercialized thing. Like whoever played this character played it in such a way that like kept this eccentric nature of this character without making it feel like it was too over the top. So like I became comfortable with them. This was just the IPC person that was like walking us around and giving us a tour. And then when I found out they weren't real, I hit even harder because I wasn't suspecting them. There wasn't a feeling of like, oh, is this true or is that true? It was just like, this is great, And I think what's so fantastic as well, the way they did this, is they had the mech come along and say, Ashvale this way. Because I think if Ashvale was probably with us, maybe he would have been able to be like, I don't recognize this person here at all from my explorations of this place. I think if we had another Plan Arcadia character with us as well, like say, like even if maybe we had even had Sparkle with us, they might be like, this isn't I haven't seen you ever, So actually it was very smart and really good writing to have Ashvale go on ahead, because obviously he had to go on ahead for reasons anyway, but then like having him out of the picture was really good because that allowed us to get comfortable. It allowed us to get really comfortable in that scene. So when the actual moment happened where we realized what was happening with her, really, really fantastic stuff. Excuse me. I also, of course, loved the journey here with Welt, March, and Stell. Of course, like I would have loved to have the trio here, right? That's my dream. But what I do love about this as well is that we get to see again this really beautiful, bright-eyed, open eyes of Welt, who is just so excited about this whole thing. March who's excited for him, and Stell who's also excited for him, and then of course March excited about her own stuff like the bunny stuff and the TV show that they're in as well. Like it's so fun and charming to see the characters just having fun. And I'll just say it, like Amphoria is just one of the greatest arcs I've ever seen in a game, right? In any RPG in history. It's incredible. But there's no doubt about it that it beat us down over and over again. Every time we got back up after being beaten down, like we'd be like, oh, finally time to get to the finish line. And then someone comes out of the shadows and go, nope, and just starts beating the hell out of us again. Again, well-written beatdowns. Amazingly emotional, impactful stuff that will be with us forever. But they were very good at being like, hey, buddy, come on, dust yourself off. They pick you up and they go like, oh, you're like battered and bruised. Come on, you're doing okay. Want to get some ice cream? Sure. And then you get some ice cream. And then the ice cream was like us like hanging out with like that, doing the bath sequence with Minamos and Fine. It's like, oh, this is so lovely. And then 10 minutes later, it's like, you like that ice cream? Yeah, I love it. I put poison in it. What? There's poison in that ice cream. And that's kind of like what Amphorius was. I want to say again, it's not in a bad way. Like Amphorius was incredible, but like it intentionally was a story about like how things get worse and worse and worse. Losses are a constant, right? But it had many beautiful moments too. And what I'm saying is like coming here to Plan Arcadia and having the characters just get to like buy a comic book or explore one of their passions. And I know it's going to get darker as you've already seen what's happened here with the Bloodstained games, right? But I think they made a conscious decision to have like this world be very bright and neon and having the characters be able to like, you know, explore their hobbies, because it means that like we actually have this like really lovely time with these characters while also still knowing there's a more serious story in the backdrop, if that makes sense. We get to have like the beautiful moments while also having this like amazing story in the backdrop, right? And it's intentional. Like, I'm not saying one's better or worse. I'm saying it's a contrast. The fact that we get to see this is like is kind of it's like we've been drowning in sorrow, and again, well written sorrow, beautiful sorrow. Wouldn't trade Emphories for the world. But now we come out and we're able to like breathe a little bit. There is still like a storm on the horizon, but we're breathing a little bit, you know. And I think that's obviously very intentional as well. Yeah, but there were lovely moments in terms of like the mech battles. This whole thing was masterfully done. I genuinely just like believe that like this is one of the most creative and like well done, and like and again, it hasn't. I love that like even though it's like, hey, you say to someone, hey, on paper you get to play in a mech and you get to fight through a city and then fight and do a turn-based battle in a mech in Honkai Star Rail. The answer is, oh my god, that sounds so fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this, right? And then it's not just that on paper. Yes, we have this, again, amazing stuff. We get to build the mech. We're in the mech. We're doing this very like Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Sentai stuff where it's like, oh my god, this is insane, right? The music, the energy of the characters introducing themselves, like the Daybreak guys introducing themselves, where like they had their own splash screens, and it was very like, you know, action heavy and like energizing. The music was very energizing. All this stuff was like really well done. But then also at the same time too, you get to have like the heart of it as well, which again is true for stuff like Power Rangers, and I believe Kamen Riders as well, and Sentai as well. It's like they will have like this over the top, like kind of like big flashy stuff, which is so cool to see, but they'll have a heart to it. And in this, we have the heart is like this, the you know, is Stell's biggest fan, Cinder. Having him, it starts off when he starts being really enamored with Stell, it's really cute. But then there's a little bit of worry of like, oh, is this going to go into like too parasocial? Is this going to be weirder? But no, they kept this like really beautiful thing for him. And that whole idea of that sequence is not only show the, like how that Stell's effect on the world has been through people loving her, but also I think as well to show like the power of like, you know, celebrity status in Plan Arcadia, to show the power of like wish power and like believing in someone, and how much Stell is believed in. How much like, you know, already it's almost like Stell and the Astro Express who are coming here, they have like a tank of wish power already just by arriving here, like some wish power in the bank, because they're already celebrities entering this place. And you see like how big of a celebrity Stell is by this beautiful moment here with her and Cinder, like, you know, talking about how like being a hero is having also the intent to be a hero. You're capable of being a hero because you have the intent to be a hero. And I truly do believe that as well. I do believe that as a truth too. But yeah, it was a heartwarming moment. It felt beautiful. It felt lovely between these two characters. We got to actually see Stell in a very, like, I wouldn't say mature role, but like in a space where like Stell is now the one who has someone looking up to. And we have always had people think we're amazing, and we've always had people think that, you know, they want to be with us and be our partners and all this stuff too. But to have a character that is like legitimately like, you are my senior, you are my hero. I think about what you would do every time I go into this mech. I think about what is it possible for you to do every time I go into this mech. That is a amazing thing. That shows like how absolutely like far-reaching the Astro Express's notoriety has gotten to, and that to me is fantastic. It's so amazing. But yeah, it was this amazing sequence. The actual battles themselves with the mechs were so fun. The presentation of like destroying the city is like so satisfying. Destroying the enemies, I wish we even had more of it. It was like such a fun thing. And again, as we always say, Honkai Star Rail has like great combat. There's never a boring like battle in Honkai Star Rail, right? But the reason why the battles are so good in Honkai Star Rail is that that's not the only gameplay in this game. It's very story heavy. Let's be honest here. Honkai Star Rail is like, you know, especially like post Zan Show and even post Penacony, right? It's become very much a thing where like there's a lot of like really long cutscenes, and there's a lot of moments where characters will like will literally just go from a cutscene to oh, yeah, we're walking around, and then you go right into the next cutscene, right? Almost like this illusion of like movement or whatever. But I think that what other things that Honkai Star Rail does really well is like stuff like with the stuff of Hanu. The stuff now with this platforming jumping game as well. Little things like in say in Penacony, we have to shoot like and do the traversal, you like to shoot from different levels. Remember, in like the cannons. I think like in what was the thing in Euphoria? See, the fact that I can't remember off the top of my, I know we did the traversal method in Euphorius, but I think the traversal method in Euphorius was like not. And again, this isn't me going back and going, I loved Euphorius. But I think the traversal method in Euphorius was just like, it was a really cool story reason, but like in there, they had the eye thing, didn't they? Yes, they did. They had the eye thing and the imaginary and the real thing, but that glitched for me for a moment. I didn't get to enjoy that because that glitched my game for most of it. But I think they've really done a good job here with the platforming stuff, and then also with the combat stuff with the mech. It breaks it up so much so that like I hope they use it again, but sparingly, to the point that like and of course the card game too, but like the fact that we get this moment here that is so out of bounds and so different from what we've done before. It makes you also appreciate the other battles because you have like a contrast. It's the same thing with like burger and burger, great meal, right? Love of 2 burgers, that'd be awesome. But burger and fries, that contrast creates like a beautiful taste in your mouth, and like it's much easier to eat and much easier to devour. So we get this amazing combat still that Honkai Star was so good at, and then we also get these other moments like the platforming stuff and the combat stuff with the mech. It really breaks it up in such a fantastic way. I wish I could like describe just how amazing the sequence is, because I feel like even though I've said how amazing it is, the mech stuff, how much of a heart it has, how cool the presentation was, as I said, of the characters like showing off with you, where like almost like in a very like Power Ranger style. How honestly just like fun and charming the relationship between Stell and the Daybreak guys was. Seeing the movie set all around us like was such a great touch as well, because that was like something used to do in movies as well, where like they'd have like a gigantic movie set. I think it was like in Japanese movies a lot too, where they'd have like a gigantic set and they'd have like a monster, for monster movies, because the best monster movies came from Japan, and they'd be destroying a set in some ways as well there too. It made us feel very gigantic and tall, but really like again, Stell was so into it, like she didn't even notice we were in a movie set, but obviously I noticed the movie set right away and was like, oh, this is so much fun, and it's such a great visual. It was all just amazing. I feel like even though I've said it again, it's so incredible, I can't describe how good this is. It was so freaking good. But also we left with the line as well, I think at the end of this, where Nihilux says you don't have to be a combative person to another person. That's not what the whole thing is about. I wonder if again, she knows about our meeting with Pearl. So I wonder if Nihilux is trying to steer us in a way that's kind of remember, it's not all about you have to fight each other. You need allies too. You can have allies too at the very least. But saying that right before our meeting with Pearl, she knows a lot. She must know so much, and she must have a foothold here somehow where she can get some information and understand stuff that we don't even understand as well. That's my estimation as well. I think she can understand, or she knows more than she even lets on. That's what I think. And she's trying to steer us into one specific framing as well. But as I said, in summary, Nihilux is awesome. The stuff with Welton, March, and Stell exploring these mechs and stuff is so beautiful and heartwarming. The stuff with the mechs was so beautiful, having all these characters look up to Stell and showing Stell's effect on the world and showing what she's done for the world is so beautiful as well. And then of course the stuff with Nihilux's trickery leaves just us questioning more and more and wanting to see where exactly she aligns with this story as well. It's so fun to see that. All of it's great. All of it's just absolutely so fun. It's so fun. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks so much for supporting this series. I appreciate it so much. And if you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1 or whatever is in your currency. And you get to see every single Honkai Star Rail video early on YouTube members and Patreon at any tier. And that's for the entire month that you are pledged as well. If you want to see your name go by the text credits, which is the credits, it's like the Chunky Baby Gangster. It's not like the Chunky Baby Gangster. It is the Chunky Baby Gangster tier. You can see that as well on YouTube members and Patreon for €10. And if you want to hear your name be shouted out, every single video is a verbal shout out. That is the I Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsta tier. And that's the highest tier in YouTube members and Patreon at €15 as well. And I want to say thank you so much to first the patrons, Typharo 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuled, Anusta, Yasassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler 21, and the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco, Kusanagi, and Shen. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.